Compliments my fly, and when it goes down, I know she gon' ride. I finally got somebody I can call mine.
Music licensing reimagined.
I got a girl that compliments my fly, and when it goes down, I know she gon' ride. I finally got somebody I can call mine. My one time for the one time.
I know y'all heard all that. My bad. So we are live. Sorry, I'm Lady Di. This is my husband, James. If you haven't seen us before, we talk about dating to marriage, how that works out. We have resolutions for common issues in the society. Some of you guys have seen me on live platforms such as Le Peep. But we are streaming on Instagram and TikTok.
And YouTube. So
and of course YouTube. But TikTok for the first time. So if y'all are new here, thank you for being here. If you want to join us on YouTube, just click on my link in the bio, Instagram and TikTok. Click on my link in the bio, it'll put you right here. So I will be mostly looking at YouTube, you guys, but I will definitely pay attention. I'm gonna try to. But thanks so much for being here. All right, y'all. So just bear with us. It's our first time going live like this, multiple streams, because our channels are growing. We
just hit 7,000.
We just hit 7,000. I was like,
on
yo.
On YouTube.
Just hit 7,000 on YouTube, which is crazy. Thank you so much. If you're new, a new subscriber, thanks for being here for sure. And even on TikTok and Instagram, our channel's been growing a lot on there as well. So thank you so much for giving us the support. But today's topic, I mean, I know you guys seen the thumbnail, and we know we do our Reddit stories. So today's story is about.
So it's about. So today is about basically somebody. So say if you had a girlfriend, right, and that girlfriend ended up sleeping with your son, right? So that's what's kind of a situation. So it's a lot more into it. So we're just gonna. It's kind of a little short story, but we kind of want to get more into content, see what you guys thought, see what you guys' perspective was, what would you do in this situation, and just to just to chill, have a good time with y'all. So
yeah. So that's what the main story is about, which is crazy. I was like, who does that?
And y'all gonna also on YouTube, you're gonna be actually seeing us react to videos live as well, and your comments are you're gonna see it edited in the end. So if you guys have a great comment, most likely we'll put it into the video, especially if it's funny. We love laughing. We love having a good time with you guys. So, just to stand by. So,
like if y'all haven't seen it, we did a pop-up live on Wednesday. I normally don't go live on Wednesdays because I'm normally on someone else's platform, but it was random as hell. But that live was actually pretty funny. Like y'all seen the lady, she was by the car. I don't know, she was parked, and the stroller went out into the street. And someone had to save her and they had to save her kid. Her baby was in the stroller and it almost went out into the street. Now, I want y'all guys to watch that live in the video because it was pretty funny. But like I said on that live, I feel like she plotted that. So y'all definitely check that out. That was a crazy one. It was crazy. But we can get into the polls. I know. Hey, y'all. Christopher, I think Chris was in the building during that day, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Truth, how are you doing? La Familia, good evening.
What's up, brother? How you doing? Also on TikTok and Instagram, if y'all make a comment, if I see it, I will make sure I try to read it off too as well. So I'm not gonna leave y'all alone,
Right. So what's up, Truth? Christopher, thanks for being here. All right, so we're gonna get into the polls. Y'all know I do my polls just to get y'all warmed up. Okay, so right here we have, hold on, y'all. We have, so this was on Instagram. I had asked, your partner slept with your grown kid. What would you do? Invite to join live.
Oh no, not right now.
I'm sorry, not right now. That would have been cool though. I'm so sorry. Not right now. You could join us on YouTube though. Okay, we'll accept you there. All right. So what we got? Your partner slept with your grown kid. What would you do? So 33% of y'all said go to jail that day. So we got go to jail that day. Leave town. Oh, so thank you so much for trying to join our live, but come on our YouTube channel, you guys, and we will have a call-in show at 10:30 p.m. Eastern. 10:30 call in. All right. So leave town and change my name.
0%.
Disown both or keep relationship with the kid only.
17%.
So yeah, this is on Instagram. Y'all know Instagram. Y'all be different on Instagram.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all be a little.
Yeah.
Y'all funny on Instagram.
What would you do in this situation?
I'm not gonna tell y'all to the end. What do you think? What do you think I would do?
Nah, I ain't gonna I'm gonna wait till you say it.
All right. Now we have. Okay.
It says you want to
Okay, wait. I'm sorry. I put that out of order. Let me go back to another question here. All right, here we go. So YouTube, I asked, what would you do if your partner slept with your grown kid? Okay, so 33% of y'all said I would go to jail that day.
Okay.
7% says leave town and change my identity. 37% says disown both. And what is that? 22% says keep relationship with my kid only. What would you do? I asked you first. So this is the end of that.
All right. So if this situation happened to me, so say if I was with a lady and my kid did that, honestly, man, it'd be hard to keep a relationship with that person. So with both of their ass, honestly, but especially with the kid, because if your kid sleeps with your lady, it's like, especially if you raise them, you was there for them, you clothed them, you fed them as a little baby, you woke up at nights with them, and you did all that hard work, for that child, for them to end up sleeping, especially say if you was a single dad too, right? Or you was in a scenario like that, say if you was your wife that passed, or what I'm saying, and you grew up with that child in that situation, and then for them to do that, that's a total disrespect. I probably disown both, to be honest with you.
So that's your answer.
Yeah.
Final answer, disown both.
Yeah.
What do you think I would do? For real, I'm asking.
Let me see.
What do y'all listen? If y'all in the chat and y'all been watching us for a little minute, what do you think Lady Di would do?
It depends on.
All right, I'm gonna put it back up. I'm really asking y'all because I really want to know.
I think it depends on the day with you.
You said it depends on the day?
Yeah, if it's a Monday, you might change your identity. If it's a Tuesday, no.
All right, so would Lady Di go to jail that day, leave town, change her identity, disown both, or keep relationship with kid only? What do y'all think I would do? What do you think?
I think you probably disown both.
Okay. All right. What's up, someone who just wants to be left alone? That name.
Yeah.
I'd immediately file for divorce and have my child pay the legal fee. I'm weak as hell.
Shit.
What's up, Rodney? How are you doing?
What's up,
Thanks
brother?
for being here once again.
Said, Wait, what? Yeah, what would you do, Rodney? If your child, you had a son and he had relations with your lady, you was married, what would you do?
All
Chris
right.
said Lady Di would go to jail. You'll go to jail.
Call in show at 10:30, y'all. TikTok 10:30. Go on YouTube and call in. Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna tell y'all what I would do. You ready?
Hold on. He said I would ask myself, what would you? OJ OJ do? Yeah. He talking about going to jail.
Final answer. I would leave town and change my identity.
What?
I'm not messing with y'all niggas. What you
You gonna put all that work to change your identity? You know how much work that is?
I don't give two. I would not want to talk to neither one of y'all.
See, thanks for leaving over.
No, she was coming in. Hi, how are you? Nah. She was not a good. No, don't try to put it. Hey, lady, what's up?
Try to get somebody on the team.
It's not Nova. It's Oh no, wait, Novoa.
How you gonna try to correct me?
Because it's not Nova. It's not.
I was closer than you. Ain't that right? Say it in the chat. No, we do. But yeah, so
I promise you, I would leave town and change my identity. I'm not messing with neither. You know how sickening that is to do that?
That's why you made that.
Y'all sick. I'm not making for that reason.
So you can say that.
No, it's just that was my choice, but I had to put everybody else's.
Let me see how many people agree with you. Only 7%. You're crazy ass.
No, y'all crazy for doing that. Novoa. See?
Novoa. Oh, okay.
Novoa. No, Novoa. I like that. That's different. I like that name.
See, appreciate that. Get us right, man. Get us right.
Yeah, you was wrong. I was trying to tell you that you was wrong. All right, yeah. So you know what I mean? Like,
See,
thank you,
God.
Travel One.
Travel One, you just trying to help her out.
No, why? Do you know how sickening sleeping with my kid is? Like not so it's step kid, y'all. Step kid.
Travel One, you supposed to be my cousin. Oh, we got it right. Appreciate that. Okay, we got it right.
Okay.
Well, you got it right. I messed it up.
After she commits the crime. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You want to put that spin on me?
Yeah.
Hey.
Okay, it's a Filipino name. Okay, that's dope.
Cool.
Dope.
All right, y'all. So listen, I will do all of that. I'm not messing with you. Yeah, I'm using you. You don't even have a stepkid. I can't even use your crazy stuff. All right. If I had a child before I got married, I wouldn't mess with none of y'all.
Damn.
Now, the second option would be keep relationship with kid only.
That was you.
That's the second option.
So you'll leave
It's
me?
two extremes. I know it's two extremes.
You'll leave me?
Yeah, that's nasty.
Wow. Y'all hear that?
That's life threatening. That's life threatening. Y'all know me. All right, y'all. The other poll. Now, this was just to throw a spin on y'all because what's the other poll? All right. The question is, I would divorce. Sorry, y'all. Okay. I would divorce or leave partner if my partner becomes disabled, my partner becomes broke, my partner becomes terrible in bed, or none of the above.
Wow.
I'm so happy to see y'all said none of the above. I was testing y'all.
Shit. It must have been all men voting right now. I'm joking.
I was testing y'all, yo. I was testing y'all because
Lady Nova, don't travel when, don't come for me. I was just joking, y'all.
people really do. They'll leave, especially the broke one. That's why it's a higher percent, even though it's just 8. A lot of y'all voted on that. Thank y'all so much for voting on that. 8% of y'all said if the partner becomes broke. So I'm so glad y'all said
people say disabled though. They chose disabled.
They can't handle it.
Golly.
They can't handle it. But I just wanted to test y'all because let me make y'all understand. You don't leave or you don't divorce. I'm really talking about divorce. You don't divorce because someone is disabled, broke, or what's that one say? I made it up and I forgot. Disabled, broke. Bad in bed.
Oh, you had bad in bed?
Yeah, terrible in bed.
Yo.
You don't divorce for that. You have to stay committed. Remember your vows, okay? Remember your vows. Do I have my vows? You got to remember that. You can never divorce for those reasons. You understand what I'm saying, y'all? Never do it. Never do it. So you have to understand that when you are married, you are committed. You are there through the thick and the thin. No, you are there through the thick and the thin. You are there from sickness and health. Sickness, you know what's sickness? I'm going to tell y'all what's in the sickness bubble. Suffering from mental health, like the issues that you have. So depression, anxiety, there's a whole bunch in that category. That's a sickness. Now, do you have to keep the sickness? No, you're going to help the person get rid of it.
Yeah.
You don't, anybody, like I used to suffer from anxiety, right? I had to get rid of it. I'm gonna tell y'all a crazy story. It's story time, y'all. Shit. I never really said this story.
Part 2, Lady Di becomes transparent again. All right, let's get it.
All right, listen. The crazy story is, so I used to have anxiety, right? And there was a time where I like to remix my story. Oh shit. See, there was a time where
just say the damn story.
I left some food over someone's house and I went to go back to get the food. But the person that I left it over, their house was infested with rats. Okay. The whole neighborhood actually was infested with rats. So they used to have the food poison down, whatever it is to get rid of those rats.
Yeah.
Is it rats or mouse?
It don't matter. Same. Yeah.
Not mice. They were big. All right. So, or is it? I don't know.
So it's rats.
I don't know.
Rats. It was big. It was. How big?
I should know this. I'm from New York. I'm from the Bronx. I should know. No, listen. So, yeah, that happened. Okay. Now I went to go back and get my food. But in my head, what I do is I create a crazy story. I create a crazy story in my head, this is not going to happen. I imagine them either slipping in poison into the food on an accident, or they did it on purpose. This is what I thought about. Okay, this is a long time ago. I'm not like this now, y'all. Long time ago. I watched too many scary movies. I'm a scary movie fanatic. If y'all scary movie fanatic, put a 1 in the chat. Scary movie fanatics, put a 1 in the chat. Scary movie fanatic, I have a crazy imagination. Okay. Anyway, I imagined them doing it on purpose or it slipped in. So I got the food back, came back to, this is me when me and James were in a relationship, came back home, put it on my plate, attempting to eat it. So that imagination came back. So I literally, in my brain, since it was so bad, call-in show at 10:30, y'all. It was so bad that I stopped breathing. Yeah. So this is a life lesson. The imagination was so vivid that it literally altered my brain for me to stop breathing. There's nothing wrong with me. I stopped breathing.
Oh, Chris did it.
Mm-hmm. I stopped breathing, and yeah, James saved me. He came and was like, "What's going on? What's going on?" Tell your part. I
was like, "What's going on? What's going on?" Like, what's happening? She was like, she couldn't really say it at first, and I was just like, "Oh, what's going on, Smith?" And on Instagram, I was like, "Yo, like, what's going on with you? What's up?" And then she was just like, "I think somebody poisoned my," and I was just like, what? Like, why would they do that?
I can't breathe. I'm telling him I can't breathe when I'm talking.
She's like, I can't breathe. I said, just breathe. Like, what are you talking about? Just. It was like I just had to kind of put her back into reality.
He had to slap me. Tell him.
Yeah. Like, hey, hold on now. You gotta.
You did.
Careful. I slapped you.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Not like
Shit.
I don't want to.
Yo, about to get me arrested.
You did. You had to shake it out of me. I'm dead serious. Like you was like shaking me, like breathe, and then you had to like slap. You had to tap me. All right, tap me, whatever. You had to do all of that.
Why you just slap me for?
All right, y'all. So that's what happened. He saved me. He put me back to reality, and I was like, oh, okay. Now, ever since that day, that was very severe. It was a crazy situation because if he wasn't there, then what would happen? I don't know. I probably would have passed out. I think I would have been okay. But the moral to the story is never let your imagination drive you into insanity. Okay. And I'm talking about in a relationship. I was just by myself, meaning it was my issue. James had nothing to do with it. But never make yourself go insane because of your thoughts. You have to have proof for everything. If you don't have proof, relax. Right. And then when you have the proof, still relax. You see, my answer earlier was that I am going to leave town and change my identity because I don't have to deal with it. Or I'm going to keep relationship with my child because that's my child. I'm going to disown my child. That's a little insane too. So make sure that you're, mature with your thoughts. All right, story over.
Hey, what's going on, B-Wire? Go up. Yeah, what's going on, B-Wire? All right, cool. What's up? How you doing?
Hey, doctor, what's up? How are you?
Man? Appreciate it, man. Thanks for all the love and support you be showing, bro, man. We be seeing your comments and stuff like that. You always giving great insight.
Yeah.
Let's see. Travel One said panic attack, James to the rescue. Yeah, man. I forgot what I did, honestly.
I told you.
You trying to I forgot.
You did. Slap tap, whatever. You had to really shake it out of me because I was like, I wasn't listening to you.
You know how people be clipping stuff. They're gonna be like, lady died, been abused.
Oh damn. I should have told you before.
They gonna clip you slapping me too. They're gonna be like, he's a simp. They gonna say
we got witnesses. All right, we got witnesses. That's funny.
Snap.
All right, y'all.
Facts. But yeah.
All right, so we're gonna get into our first reaction video. We have a lot in right now to share. So let's see. We are going to do.
I gotta put that video on.
Let's do this one.
Okay.
All right, so let me pull it up, y'all. Oh, he said, look, doctor was trying to say was he said snapped me back into reality.
Thank you. See,
all right.
You see, it's all about the delivery. It's not delivery, it's the genre. You gotta make no.
All right, let's get into our first reaction, y'all. Let's get into it.
There's somebody for everybody. If you don't have your finances in check and you can somehow convince some low confidence, no self-worth woman to come over on a first date and Netflix and chill with you, by all means, y'all live happily ever after.
So for the women that accept the Netflix and chill dates, is that like an indictment on them as a person?
It is. It 100% is. Because what you are willing to accept in your life speaks to your character. If I would accept whatever somebody give me, I'd be getting that right now. But when you want to get something better, people gonna call you materialistic, they're gonna call you whatever. But I'd rather be materialistic than accept just any scraps that anyone's gonna throw at me.
It is being materialistic because you need to be grateful for what that man has.
I don't gotta be grateful for shit.
Someone is nice enough to ask you on a date and to go spend money on you, and you just shit on them by telling them, yeah, that place is not, worth my time.
I don't have to be grateful for shit.
Damn.
Lord have mercy. So,
Damn.
I believe there's somebody to come.
All right, y'all. So hold on. Let's get into the comments because that was crazy. She had to go in the mic and said, "I ain't gotta be grateful for shit." Like, how serious is that?
Let's react to it first. Let's react to it first.
You wanna? All right.
Yeah. So we don't forget some of our points.
I ain't gotta be grateful for shit. Like, why?
Yeah.
Why we gotta do all that? Are we just talking about Netflix?
Yeah.
She act like we were talking about something serious. We just watching a movie.
Yeah, just chilling, And the sad thing about it, we always have to go from one extreme to the next, rather than just us being normal people, right? Like so if you're not homeless, you rich. Like it's no, it's
right.
it's no middle ground. You either homeless or you're rich. Like no, it's like it's okay to be in the middle ground. Right, and be chilling, relaxing, having fun. Like a lot of people has went away from just us having a good time together. It's more about how much money you spending. It's about what can I get out of this situation? How long your Johnson is? Like all this stuff like that really doesn't last the test of time. You know what I'm saying? So you have to, as people actually trying to get married or people that's trying to be in long relationships, real good relationships, you have to be realistic in your expectations, because this is the same type of woman saying all this crap in her 20s. Now when she gets 40 and 50, she can't find nobody. She's gonna say men ain't shit. Right? And then now men she's gonna be telling the young girls this dumb crap that she's saying, and then now the young girl's gonna receive this trauma that they never been through.
Oh my gosh, yes. Yeah, like just because someone tells you a story, like let's say the story that I was saying earlier about my anxiety attack. If you heard that story 10 times, does not mean that it's going to be true for you. You're just going to take in the story, learn from it, because I gave y'all the resolution. And now I don't have that issue now. Well, I do, but I know I'll tell y'all how I got rid of it. But you have to learn from the stories. You don't say, okay, I'm going to put it into my space. Almost everybody I come across is going to be this way. You don't do that. Now, I understand she's saying Netflix and chill, I guess, is not a first date. But see, I don't know if they were talking about that. He just said date.
Yeah.
It could have been the 5th date.
Mm-hmm.
You already was like, nah, you didn't even say, hey, well, the first date, I prefer not.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Then I can understand the first date. Why? Because that means you have to go into that person's house or they come into your house. I don't know you.
Yeah.
I don't know you. But that's not her point, because she said, I don't have to be grateful for shit. So she wasn't talking about the first date.
Yeah.
She was just talking about in general. So my problem with that is you have to appreciate people that put in effort. Does not mean that person that gives you the Netflix and chill date is the one. But at least he put an effort to try something. Now, if he starts trying to mess with you, because Netflix and chill normally relates into sex, right? Mm-hmm. All right, then I got you.
It's a different story.
Yeah. Then yes, you could say, well, I'll give it a try, but if it starts to become this way, then I'm out of here. Then that's fine. Now you know what type of dude you're dealing with. Okay, yeah. I get that. But you have to give people a try. The effort is what counts. And I believe when individuals are dating, they don't give nobody nothing. They're like, if you do this, you're wrong. If you do this, you're wrong. Like, just hear this person out. Everybody's intentions are not bad. Mm-hmm. They probably are following trends just like you are. Oh, I heard Netflix and chill is good to do. They might got bad advice from somebody. It does not mean that person is bad. You have to hear people out first, see where they're coming from. Then make your determination. It could just be a good person.
Yeah.
Bad date choice.
Yep.
Wow, big deal. He picked a bad date. He a bad person.
Now, yeah.
Come on now.
A lot of people lose. And this when I have conversation with women. I always ask them when they talk bad about men or say something bad, right? I ask them, hey, have you ever had a good man in your life, right? And this can go either way. So if you never had a good man in your life, how can you say what a good man is? Or it can go the other way is, okay, why did that relationship didn't work? Right. And a lot of them, when I asked them, most of all of them say they had a good man in their life. I think I never met a woman that never said she never had a good man in her life. Right. And they either said they messed it up, or it was something, you know what I mean? They just went their own way. Right. So when you have good people in your life, you got to cherish those people. And being ungrateful like this woman is, she's going to lose a lot of good men, because somebody, like, she's not ugly. So somebody's going to still give her attention, even though she did that dumbass video, right? You know what I'm saying? If I seen that video, if y'all see her around, I wouldn't talk to her at all. But somebody is, right? But if you get into that situation, just know that she's gonna screw you over for the most part, because she doesn't know, she doesn't understand. It's gonna wait till later when she kind of go through all this different trauma. Now she's gonna be, you know what I mean, trying to humble herself at the last minute. So
yeah, don't do it at the last minute. Be humble from the beginning, and that's just in life. You know, give people the benefit of doubt until they prove wrong. That's it.
Yeah.
But let's get into the comments on that. So let's see what we got. Okay, so one person says, "Yes, girl, tell him I don't have to be grateful for shit. I don't have to be grateful for shit. She knows her lane." Just her doing that, it was like, why? She's so extra. If she got a bag, she's trying to deal with someone that a bag as well. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hit read more, so we can skip that.
So if you're broke, stupid ass. But yeah, man, like and this is why I don't like a lot of ladies, like, y'all are helping these women to remain single, right? Because it's always like you do have to be grateful for stuff. Imagine what's the reason why a lot of women say, hey, that man wasn't grateful for me when he had me, or he didn't appreciate me, right? Now all of a sudden you want to do what the men that you hate doing. Does that make sense? So if somebody poop on you, you're gonna poop on them or something like that, you're gonna pull your pants down and do that as well? No. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be mature and say, hey, you're not for me. I'm gonna go somewhere that I'm appreciated. That's it. That's all that you got to do. Rather than you, because you're gonna get karma if you do something bad. It's just like in the streets. If you kill somebody else, right? You kill somebody, they retaliate. Now it's gonna be back and forth, and that's what you're gonna get throughout your whole life with that mindset.
Yeah,
you got to grow up.
Someone said, "Yes, please show us where you are in 20 years."
Over on the first date and Netflix.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see what else someone else said. We got, okay. We have, a man can pretend to have money to get
in her pants.
Gets to get in her pants, but she will never be married, because to get to a man's heart, it requires great qualities of a woman. And one of those qualities is to appreciate all of his efforts, and not to just something he's supposed to do or expected from.
And see, and this is why I'm happy. Like, a lot of women are kind of stepping up and saying it. And she's actually she's married now, right?
She got engaged. So that's Sade.
Yeah, yes. And that's great advice. So, like, listen to the women that's actually are married and doing this type of stuff. Like, because a lot of them don't really be online. They just be happy. Just like we've been together for 10 years and we just popping up. We popped up 6 months ago?
Yeah.
We've been together for 10 years, guys. So a lot of times we just be doing our own thing, living life, being happy and not caring as much, whatever, right? But we seen like a problem in society. We're like, yo, we gotta actually talk about this stuff, because people just don't know. And they just listen to single people giving them this BS.
Yep. Next person says, the real Curtis James says, she is capped because no matter how attractive a woman is, they require some things of some men and different from others. That's a good point. A man she likes, she will be more than happy to chill out with him. That was like a perfect point. I like that analogy. That was great.
Exactly.
Yeah, go follow him as well. He has a great YouTube channel too. Yes, you guys, like,
yo.
All right, I think that was the last one. So wait, no, we have one more. Someone says she deserves nothing from anyone. How about that?
Yeah.
Look, how about that? Do it like that.
Yeah, so that like and this is like a lot of times guys like to adjust, like women adjust too, but men adjust as well. So we don't need this like back and forth war with each other for no reason. Like, yo, we need to come figure out how to come together because we more better that way rather than us being apart and fighting all the damn time. Like, we ain't got time to be fighting. Like, we should be coming together and building. We like everybody. I bet everybody on here tired of being a slave. If you go to a 9 to 5, you're a slave. You're working for somebody else. You're not working for yourself for the most part. Even if you have your own business, you're working in that, you're a slave to your customers, right? So if you want to be free, you want to live longer, like how these other people are, these rich people be living to 90, 100 some years old because they ain't got the same stresses we have. You know what I mean? So going to work and doing all that stuff, that's the stress, put stress in your body. So us coming together, we can actually build something rather than us just being a part of the damn time.
Yeah. You want to read that last one?
Yeah, she said she.
What's up, Marcus?
Hey, what's up, brother? He said she full of cap because women know who they will smash for free without one single date, and it's all about attraction, and that's something that you cannot defeat. And only a certified simp is going to take a woman out on multiple dates without expecting nothing in return. Because at the end of the day, most men want to bone, not to be in the woman's friend zone. Yeah. And exactly, like, and this guy, you know, has great perspective too as well. And we have to, ladies, like, you have resources. You have resources available. You have older men telling you the game. You have young men telling you the game. You have older women telling you the game. And you have women telling you the bad shit, but you got to look at their results. Are they married or were they married before? What was the situation? What's going on with them? Can they actually, you know what I mean, talk about what you're talking about? Can they actually move? Do you see results? Are they happy in their relationship? You know, it's a lot of different things that you have to look for. So
yeah. So that was a crazy one. She was straight up tripping. Christopher says another Ebony K. Oh, which one is worse? I ain't dating no bus driver.
A lady said, thanks to Steve Harvey. Yeah, man. And that's a sad thing because we have men giving women bad advice too as well. And if you look at his situation, right? Because a lot of people just look at money. Oh, well, he has a lot of money, so I gotta listen to it. No, you know what I mean? It's people that just workers. He's a great worker, so he likes to hustle. He likes to, I ain't gonna say that word, but he likes to work. You know what I'm saying? So that's okay for him to be that way. You know what I mean? So and that's good. But just because he has a lot of money, that doesn't mean he has the best advice in the world. Let's be real. Hey, Chris said she's gonna die alone. Yeah, man. Hopefully not. Hey, what's going on? Just Rules. What's up, brother, man? What's going on?
How are you doing? I'm sorry, I was reading something. Hey, what's up, Just Rules? Thanks for being here.
Yeah.
Hey, everyone on Instagram, thanks for being here as well.
They say she's gonna get run through like Ebony. Yeah, man.
And she been through it all. This one, yeah. I done it all.
Yeah,
what she said.
And that's a sad thing about it. Like, and these women waste their beauty, like, because it seems like all the ugly women having kids now. No, I'm joking. all the models not having kids. But no, I'm joking.
I ain't gonna talk about her today.
Terica Smith, how you doing, Terica? He said she shouldn't have high expectations of people. That's how you get hurt. Exactly, man. And
yeah, that's such a good point.
Yeah.
And I had to learn that too. You know, as we get older, we learn not. Oh my God, I had to learn not to expect. Even before I got married to James, I had to learn not to expect certain things that I like, because I'm like, okay, well, yeah, you know, because you're gonna get hurt. Mm-hmm. So as long as it's not serious, it would be okay. It's not that serious. And
it's this transition to your parents. Like, I actually had to you know what I mean, not expect so much from my dad, not expect so much from my mom.
Oh yeah, same.
Because sometimes they fail, right? So you're thinking they're gonna be 100% all the time, you know what I mean, with your parents, and they fail sometimes, and it's okay for them to fail. You know what I mean? And you got to tell them, like, hey, yo, just let me know, be honest with me up front. It's okay to fail, and it's all right. I got you. You know what I'm saying? I fail sometimes too. I'm not 100% every way, in every aspect. You know what I mean? I just started my workout routine again. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like
yeah, we all start in our workout because we got that family body.
Yeah, like I'm looking like I'm pregnant right now. So you know what I'm saying. So
I'm looking like I'm pregnant. Someone asked me the other day. Which, I'll show y'all videos of that. But that's another. We're not talking about that today. We're talking about dating and marriage.
Yeah. It said just Ruth said girls cheat with her man, son. Girls aren't mature enough for relationships. Women are. I prefer a mature woman, not no girlfriends. That's what's up. That's what's up. Travel One said, not for Netflix and chill on early dates. She has choices. Sure, her etiquette and was lacking. Just decline if she's not happy with the date outcome and block him.
Right.
She needs to work on herself a bit. Exactly.
Right. Date outcome, which means you're gonna try it out. Yeah. Not on the early dates, like you said, and try it out and see how it goes. You gotta give someone a chance.
Travel One always come with the wisdom. Good job, girl. I said, just Ruth said, I agree with the comment post. I certified, bona fide, and a rectified simp for sure. Hey, that's what's up.
Yeah.
It said, James, you are correct. He's a hustler. Exactly, man. And a lot of people, man, they listen to Steve, and it's he doesn't. I don't want to say nothing bad about the dude, man, because people will be thinking I'm hating, but I'll leave him alone, man. Oh, yeah, we're like one more.
Okay, what's up, Ernesto Paris? I haven't seen you here before. Thank you so much for being here, new subscriber. You're saying, I feel really sorry for the man. Would he trust his son going forward with the next potential woman?
Yeah, man. And that's why in the story, we're about to get into the story now, guys, and kind of see what he was going through. And because I can't see him. I got all boys, guys. I got 4 sons. So it's going to be hard for me to, you know what I mean, see one of my kids doing that. Like it's man, like you know, because you expect your son to do right by you, but all right, you ready to get into it? So we gotta upload it.
Yeah, we do. So y'all, I mean, that's what I'm saying. I want y'all to get ready, get y'all popcorn ready, y'all. Please do that, because you know, get it ready, y'all. Get it ready. Get back into it. We're gonna get into this crazy crazy story.
All right. I think I got it right here. All right, so
yeah,
I remember the name, but
we're gonna get into this crazy ass story. I mean, like, what's going on? I don't know who, what child, what partner would do that.
Dad, me and my now late.
All right, cool. Let's get it. All right, so this will be a short story, guys. So, all right, just
this is a really short story. So let's get into it, y'all.
Turn it up. Yeah, good.
I was a young dad. Me and my now late wife had my son before we were even 17. She sadly died suddenly at 22 not long after we got married, and I've been a single dad since. It's been tough, but I think up until this I did my best. I haven't had time to have any relationships really up until I met her. I threw myself into being a dad and concentrating on my business. I'm not saying I've been a monk, just not had anything serious. Never anyone serious enough to introduce my son to. But just under 3 years ago, I met AJ. I wasn't expecting it, but before long, I was head over heels. The first 6 months or so was more casual, but when we realized we loved each other, we made it official. I was even planning to ask her to marry me next month on her 26th birthday. I was even going to ask my son to be my best man. I didn't introduce them at first due to not being sure how he'd take it, so we waited a while. But after they met last year, we've all hung out and everything was all good. Granted, this year they haven't seen each other much, due to lockdown and him being at uni, but I didn't think anything of that. I could see her much thus last month due to lockdown again. However, I've noticed as the past couple of weeks have gone on, she's been a bit quiet and moody. I've asked her, and she added down to being overwhelmed. Likewise, I have noticed it in my son being a bit withdrawn, but I assumed he's been busy with uni. When I finally saw her again this weekend, I really noticed, so I called her out on it. She broke down and admitted she cheated on me. Just like that. I was shocked. So, I was trying to get it out of her and she admitted it was with my son.
All right, hold on, pause. Give us that rundown real quick, because already.
Yeah. So all right. So he was so he first had the child before they was like around 17 years old. So had a child at a young age, didn't really know too much was going on, but he was there. The woman was together. She ended up dying at a young age. His first the son's mother ended up dying. You know what I mean? So he was kind of more focused on the family life rather than going to get into relationships. And I'm actually talk about this after the
we're just giving a breakdown.
Yeah, just breaking down right now. But I'm actually talk about some advice. So if you're in this situation, what you should do, because I was kind of in a similar situation to this, and I kind of talk about that as well. So he's mostly having casual women. It wasn't nothing really serious going on, and he was found a lady. Now he was thinking about marrying her. She's going through her little mood swings, and the son, she ended up talking about she cheated with the son. So yeah,
like you just come out your mouth and just
that's some crazy shit. Yeah.
All right, yeah.
Just before lockdown started in November, she was out with her mates and she bumped into my son in the pub. They got pissed drunk, shared a taxi, and ended up drunk and effing. I basically threw her out there and then, saying I never want to see her again. She was begging me, pleading and making a scene and everything. I then asked my son to come over and I confronted him. He admitted it's true, it's a huge mistake and is begging me to forgive him. I've told him he needs to stay at someone's house, and I don't want to look at him anymore. He's at my mom's. I haven't told her what he did, but she knows it's serious seeing as how close we have always been. She's been ringing me, sending me emails, texting me begging for another chance, and so has my son. I've packed up her stuff that she left here and left it in her front garden in a bin bag. I've even chucked her Christmas presents I've got her too, let her enjoy them early. I'm absolutely distraught. They're the two people I loved most in the world. I wanted to marry her, maybe have kids, spend my life with her. Likewise, he was more than my son, he was my best friend. I sacrificed so much for him, to give him an amazing life. And they both stabbed me in the back in the worst way. I don't think I'll ever forgive them ever again. They're welcome to each other as far as I'm concerned. I feel so hurt. Edit, I forgot to add, I've got myself booked in at the Clap Clinic. If I can't trust her to not cheat on me once, who knows how many times she's done it. Is there any more to do here, Reddit? Or is that the best course of action, cut them off and move on? For everyone saying next time, there's going to be no next time. I'm done with women, love, relationships, everything.
Ooh.
God, I miss my wife tonight. She should have been the one and only woman for me. They'll never make them like her again.
Oh, damn. Why he had to end it so sad? He's like, I ain't dating nobody again. And then he went back to his deceased wife. That's so sad.
I wish he would have gave more updates to kind of see what's going on with this story. I'll try to keep a close eye. Hopefully, if we find more updates of what we actually did, we can kind of add that to the story. But yeah, you go ahead and say what you're about to say.
Yeah, that's crazy. So, first of all, I don't believe in stepping out. If something is going wrong, talk about it with your partner, work it out. And if it's like that bad, and I'm talking about life-threatening, y'all know how I am, life-threatening, then proceed to dismiss yourself from the marriage, right? But, everything is not about sex. Everything is not about, these fancy things. You have to learn how to have sacrifice. So sacrificing, having commitment, that's what a marriage is about. That's about it. Everything else is around that. Because if you're quick to leave, that's why I had that poll earlier about, I asked or said, hey, I would leave or divorce if my partner becomes broke, my partner becomes disabled, my partner becomes bad in bed, or none of the above, because I was basically saying, hey, these are the top, the first three, you don't leave for those type of things. So it should be none of the above. You have to learn how to stay with somebody through the, good times and the bad times. Yeah.
And honestly, man, me thinking about it, I asked myself this question: who would I be mad at more? But it's kind of hard, man, but I think I would be more mad maybe at my son, especially because all the things they went through, right? So he was a single dad with him for a little minute, and he's seeing like all the struggle and sacrifices that he made with him. and then he ended up still screwing them over, right? You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, right? So she can leave, and you know what I'm saying, blah blah blah. But that's his son. You know what I'm saying? That's his son forever. You know, so it's like it's a real difficult situation to put yourself in, and he like seeing all the struggle, seeing him sacrifice being in relationships with other women to make sure he was raising him right. But what I would do in this situation, what some advice that I would give is if I was a single dad before I met my wife, for about 6 months, 8 months, probably 8 months.
It was short.
It was short, right? But I was.
Why were you a single dad?
Oh, well, so I had got.
Because no, I remember one time they was like, "Oh, you was a baby daddy." No,
no. So
he was actually married.
Yeah, so I was married. I was married before. So my
like a quick one.
Yeah, former wife, kind of. You know what I mean?
She was no good.
Yeah, because I want to, you know what I mean? She was no good. So I was able to get custody and stuff like that. Because, you know, if a man is able to get custody, you already know what's up, right?
All right.
Yeah. So so after that situation, so I was doing my thing with my son. I would tell men, hey, if you're in this situation, find you a wife when they're a kid, when they're young. Because
when the child is young.
Yeah, exactly. Because you want that woman to grow up with that kid, because that kid's going to look at her as his mother, and she's going to look at that kid as a son. So this situation would have never happened because he came later. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah. No, that child.
No, I believe that.
Yeah. So because it's going to be more. She's going to be more of a mother. Now she's more like a friend. You know what I mean? That's kind of like helping out and here, blah blah blah. Right. So now that attractiveness is not going to be really much there because. You know what I mean? You're gonna see that child, you know what I mean, growing up from so she's been in my son's life since he was 2. You know what I mean? So he was calling her mom and everything type of stuff, right? So that's
how young he was. He thought everybody was his mom at that time.
Yeah.
It's natural.
So that's the type of relationship you want to build with somebody. Instead of, you know what I mean, and then he was kind of like smashing different women. So this is something that he messed up with. He wasn't taking women seriously, so he was just getting women smashing and you know what I mean, passing them the type of deal. So that's what kind of messed him up, because this relationship that he was in right now was just a smash, but he kind of like, I guess, fell in love with her, and then now he turned that relationship to serious. You never turn a smash to something serious, because if she's smashing you at the beginning, that means that mindset is still there. You know what I mean? It's kind of like the whole time housewife type of. So she went from you think she's gonna be like a wifey now? No, she's still gonna have those same messed up things. And then another thing, a point of advice that I wanted to make on this video is, people, you have to stop getting drunk. I understand that it's the fun thing to do and all that type of stuff, but it's not much good that comes out of it. Either you're gonna be, number one, somebody can misuse you, right? That's what most you know what I mean, abuse happen for women. You got DUIs, you have crashes, people, you know what I mean, hurting people and stuff like that, whatever, right? All right, if you at your house by yourself, you got the doors locked, you ain't going nowhere.
Still don't do it.
I wouldn't say that. I still wouldn't say to do it, whatever.
That's dangerous.
But you, at least you at home, at least you're not hurting anybody else. For the people that want to do it, but I tell people not to do it at all, because it's not worth it. It's bad for your kidneys. It's bad for you. Like shit is wrong.
Now let me tell you why he's so passionate. If y'all don't know, James never ever drank alcohol in his adult life. I say that because he has a story for that. In his adult life, never ever. He don't smoke. He don't drink. Nope. You know, for his reasons. So he's the sober one for a while. I was the one that used to drink. Okay, I was the one that did that. I was the one that got drunk, tipsy, all of that, and in between when I was a little younger, you know, I actually stopped drinking. I say at a young age. I won't say I stopped drinking. I stopped drinking heavy liquor. So I stopped drinking at 25 because there was a point where my kidneys were just like hurting. Not all day. It was just a time where I drank a little bit too much. Oh, the story time. I drank a little bit too much. And for the first time ever, I got sick. I never got sick when I used to drink. That's why I did it, because I didn't, you know, have that hangover stuff. So for the first time ever at 25, I had a hangover. It lasted 3 days. It was so bad that I said I would never put myself through that again. And I don't know how people do that. So I stopped drinking heavy liquor at the age of 25, and I put it to like, a sip of wine, stuff like that. And then he just never drank. So it's not like we had to keep up with each other. It was like I should have put it down anyway because he doesn't do it. So I like that part about, when you're not drinking, because you just have more of a mature mindset. You want a mature mindset all the time.
Yep.
And like he said, unless you're at home, you at home. So you're not going to do nothing crazy at home. Just cut the stove off, all of these simple safety features.
Yeah.
Close your door, lock the door.
It's about living
in the
man.
house. You have to be mature when you walk outside.
Yeah.
So I personally wouldn't recommend people drinking to get drunk. Now, having a sip, sure, have a sip, just know your limit.
Yeah. And I had a reason why I chose not to do it. I had family members that always was drunk and nothing ever good came out of it, right? And they had issues, kind of coming from it. So I seen that and said, hey, it's not worth it, right? And this is what we have to do. We have to stop things at the root, right? You see things happening. All right, cool. My family members are bad at this. Hey, we got to stop this. We can't do this, right? So that's what one thing that got me, because if they was in their right mind, most likely they wouldn't have did it. I think they was probably lusting after each other before that. But that drink probably just took it over the edge.
So if they were lusting before, it could have been that he's a good-looking guy and she's just a good-looking woman. So naturally, people attract for being attracted to each other, right?
She's supposed to be a mother, though. Yeah.
But it don't. When you come in late, that's what you said. She came in later. You cannot deny. Like, let's say when our kid, my stepson or whatever, he becomes older. Like, he's already, a good-looking, handsome little boy. So we're like, damn, when he gets older, we have to understand that he's going to be fighting women off. So we're going to try to teach him now. But when he gets older, not me per se, I'm just using that as an example. I came in and he's like 20, right? You're going to automatically say that he's an attractive, young person. But in her mind, she has a sick mindset. Yeah. You don't look at him like you're attractive. I want you. Mm-hmm. You're like, you're attractive. Let me go find you somebody. That's what mothers do. Yeah. Or a friend. You're cute. Mm-hmm. I got somebody for you. Yep. That's what you're thinking about. You're not thinking about sleeping. So like you said, they probably were lusting, and the son is younger. Mm-hmm. So he still has to grow and mature. He knows it's wrong. Yep. But I give him more slack than this mature, well, she's not mature, but the older person. Like, you got to teach the young.
And they're not supposed to be getting drunk together anyway. As an adult, she should know, like, hey, all right, it's a limit. You don't got to get drunk. Son, she'll be, hey, son, you don't got to get drunk. You know what I'm saying? Let's get home. We at the bar. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you. We got to get home. Everything's all right. Cool. Let's get, you know what I'm saying? She's supposed to be the mature one to say it. But I was still, since especially in this situation, I understand what a man went through, because I would have been pissed at my son if that happened to me. Because we've been through the rocks together.
Oh, because the mother passed away.
We've been through everything together.
Single father.
I would have been more pissed at him.
Yeah.
But I would understand the situation that she should have been more mature of saying, like, hey, you know what I'm saying? You drinking too much. Hey, we're gonna get out of hand. And hey, no.
Because on all honesty, if she's new, like what we're saying, he probably was drunk and forgot who the hell she was.
Yeah.
He's not, like, for example, if you're drunk, you already know your mind is already twisted. But that's your daddy, that's your mother, that's your sister, that's your cousin, because you grew up with them. But this lady that just came into life for a few months, you're like, who are you again? Yeah. I'm just being real, because I've been drunk before. Sometimes you know what you know, and sometimes you're like, damn, what is it? You forget. Mm-hmm. So I'm just saying, I give him a little bit more slack than her. He could have been the only one that got drunk and she watched him.
I don't give him slack. You know why? Because she the one that told him the father first. So she came out and said, hey, I fucked up. This is what happened, right? Even though she was wrong, but she actually still made the more mature decision. The son should have came to the father and said, hey, son, dad, I let you down.
There's no way he's gonna tell his daddy.
He should have. As men, we gotta step up.
Let's role play him.
Yeah.
I'm the son.
Hell, I don't even role play that shit. But
what child is gonna be like, yeah, I slept with your
but he was
Beyonce
older. But I'm saying he was older now.
It don't matter.
But he's No, he should have.
You know why? Because you can sit here and do something crazy to him. He's not trying to get that smoke. Let's
But
be
no,
real.
we train as men, especially if you have a man in the house.
Oh, you train
We
them.
train them to be this way, to be able to speak
Uncomfortable.
up,
Yeah.
to be able to say, hey, Dad, I messed up, or because that's a part of being a man. You have to say, hey, I messed up here. I did this wrong. Right?
True.
And that's a part of being a man. You have to be able to do that. If you're not being able to do that, you know what I'm saying, something wrong with you right? Or you didn't get the right training.
Or
you know what I'm saying? So
I'm sorry, I just read that comment on Instagram. Says he slips and fell on her. Tell him, look, you never know.
well,
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, so another thing too, a sign to look for, especially if you date somebody, if they start getting mood swings all of a sudden, out of nowhere, and then see how both started kind of getting drawn away. That's how you can kind of tell when something's going on. Like a lot of times, especially guys, we be in la la land. We just be focused on providing and all that type of stuff and doing what we're supposed to be doing. But women give us a sign, or women are actually good at this because they always. If you put the remote in the wrong section, they like, oh, hold on, what's going on?
It moves. Where is it? What you do?
Who you sleeping with?
Oh my God.
But yeah, so
Nah, for real.
So as men, like you know what I mean, that's a sign, you know what I mean. Oh, all right, she started getting a little crazy or mood swings for no reason. You just like, hey, what's up for dinner? She's cuss you out. You like, hey, like it's just dinner, like relax, my guy, like but yeah, that's something on it. Let's get into these comments, man. So.
All right. Okay, right here. Oh, right.
Oh yeah, yep. You're welcome. I like it. Appreciate that.
Thank
Thanks
you
so much. All right, so you go ahead.
Just Ruth says, for me, it's hard to fathom why are folks so weak to cheat against those they are supposedly love.
Yeah.
Real love is unchangeable, unbreakable, undefeated, and undenying. Sorry for the paragraph comment.
Nah, that was good. That was good, man. Facts, bro. Appreciate that. Hey, what's going on, Black Man Unfiltered? What's up, bro?
What up, bro?
Hey, someone you look as I'm drinking a beer. Hey, you good, man? Just don't get drunk.
Well, look, he could be by himself. Look, in your house. I mean, you said something about being in the house.
Oh, appreciate that, Brandon. He said you guys are awesome. Thanks so much. Appreciate for being here.
Thanks for the support.
Guys.
Thank you so much, y'all. We're doing this every Saturday, so you definitely can stop by. Ernesto says, I agree with you on being vexed at the son more. But then again, did the father's woman put the son in that predicament in order to come on him? Set him up. She could have roofied him.
Hey, you might got a point.
That woman wasn't meant for the father anyway. That's a good point, because why, like you said, why are you getting drunk with him?
Yeah.
That's not, no.
She was easy, especially that's why I said early in their relationship, she was just an easy woman, right? So if we have to be more smart when it comes to our selection process. And now you just destroyed the son, the relationship, and he's about to make her a wife. You know what I mean? So now that's broken, and the son relationship is broken, right? It's gonna be a lot of repairing. So hey, you got to be careful who you bring into your house. Just like with women, bring a certain man into your house, whatever, and you know what I'm saying, they touch your daughter. There's a lot of little different things you got to be careful with. So
yeah,
she said facts. She says I don't like to drink for no one, in front of no one. Yeah, from no one. Yeah, exactly, man. We have to be more safe. We got to actually, like, it's people out here trying to do danger to you, so we got to move around more smartly. Say, good to hear, Brother James. I don't drink either. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, man. We need to start a whole new YouTube channel about that.
Not to do, don't drink.
Yeah, rejected jobs due to fellow musicians heavily indulging in substance abuse.
Oh yeah, that's
man.
true.
Principally, we stand on the brothers and facts, true. Man. And a lot of people miss out on deals because they coming out drunk, or the next day, you know what I mean, they wasn't able to go to work, or they was so. It's man, honestly, man, it's not a lot of pluses with it. So Travel One says drinking takes away your judgment, lowers iron and hibernation and reaction time. You are vulnerable to be taken advantage of or doing something that will ruin your life forever. Fun to tragedy, exactly, man. So yeah, it's it's man. We have to be more smarter. With these things.
That's why I said now I don't drink to get drunk. I don't even drink to get tipsy. How about that? So I'll take it because there's some good drinks out there. Like one of my favorite drinks is a White Russian. I'll drink the hell out of that. But I would never drink 2, 3, whatever I feel my limit is at the time. I would never drink a lot to get tipsy because that starts,
Yeah. So Ernest said, "Bro, it says no way. I wouldn't come to tell my dad. Yeah, yeah, man.
Yeah.
He said,
oh yeah.
He said there's no way he wouldn't come
yeah.
and tell the dad that he had messed with his woman, but that was really killing him inside. Yeah. Hopefully the father would have found out and confronted him.
Yeah, because that lady means nothing. It's the son that you have the relationship with. That's why I said, in the poll, it'll be one extreme or the other. I would keep the relationship with my kid. Yeah, it's my kid. I can't.
Yeah, man. And honestly, man, we have to and especially we have to rebuild the son and father relationship, make that stronger. Like it's no way I can do mostly anybody wrong, but especially my father. Like no, it's no way. It should be like we have to have a code with that stuff, man, because that's a person that you already know what he's going through because you're a man too as well, right? So you don't want to put nobody in a worse predicament than they already are. Excuse me. So we have to take those relationships serious. Because this stuff matters, man. We just can't be just riding along, just doing whatever we want to do. It's frustrating. So
yeah, that's true. Yep. So what's up, beautifully animated? Hey, she says I'm late. I'm so clueless.
Oh man, yeah. We're gonna just play it back, man. You're gonna be crazy with this story. You're gonna be like, yo.
Drinks that fill the spirit.
The holy one, you better feel that holy spirit. No.
Drink responsibly.
Yeah, man, exactly.
Beautifully Animated says drinking should never be abused and or used for the wrong reason. Drinking does not get rid of problems. It does not fix your mental, physical, emotional, spiritual problems. It's only to chill. She's like, look. That's
exactly,
funny,
man. Yeah, man. So
anyway, that story was crazy. If you haven't voted on my poll, go on my community tab and vote on there. What would you do if this happened to you? Now I say if because you just never know.
Yeah.
We try to raise decent human beings, but we do understand that these decent human beings that we're raising, they're going to be their own person. So you just never know.
Yeah,
For the ones that have children.
Yeah.
If not, you ain't got to worry about this type of stuff.
And the situation happened during COVID. So it was a lot of shutdowns and a lot of other stuff. I forgot to add to it, but it's crazy.
Yep. So let's get into another
let's do that one.
All right, let's get into another reaction video, y'all. Let me pull it up real quick. Yo, I don't even understand what's going on. People are insane. All right, hold on.
Oh, we got to delete some stuff.
Mm.
But yeah, as she deleting some stuff, we should have been did this. But no, man, we appreciate y'all, man, giving great insight on these topics too, as well to add. Because a lot of time we be doing this off the head too, as well. So I appreciate everybody coming in the comment section and everybody on Instagram and TikTok that's watching for the first time. We're gonna continue to do this. Like we said, we just hit 7,000 subscribers, so we very happy about that. Appreciate everybody that's been here for day one and the new people that's coming in. So hopefully we make this to a bigger platform, and we actually, have solutions for some people's problems. We actually talk about it because honestly, I've been through a lot of stuff. My wife been through a lot of different things, and we able to help different people out. So
yeah, this show will be a call-in show for relationship advice. And we'll have the panel show on different days. Right now, we're trying to get people to call in so we can help them with their, whatever their issues are. So we're going to drop the link at 10:30. If you have any, a question for yourself or even for somebody else, please call and ask. We'll give you a solution for that, providing we have the experience for it. So let's get into it.
All right, so I'm here with
Zaire Mitch.
I'm here with McQueen.
DeMaurier.
All right, so I got one question for y'all. Y'all ready? Rate me 1 through 10.
Rate you 1 through 10 or rate your outfit through 1 through 10?
Want to do both? That's okay if you want to do both.
This is your video.
Okay, all right, rate me 1 through 10.
10. I'm going to give you a
8.
7.5.
Damn. Okay.
7.5. Yeah.
That goes crazy.
Why is it crazy?
Cause I'm not no 7 or a half.
How do you know that?
Cause I'm
Because all
mean.
these sentences there told you a bunch of lies?
No.
What? It's
Damn.
crazy. It's crazy. Until you 7.5?
No, I just know myself, so I'm not a
What do you
7.
think you are?
I'm a 10.
You're a 10? That's a fucking lie. I'm gonna be 100.
Oh,
Like-
yo.
I never seen somebody so honest. That's a fucking lie. Like, damn, let her live. Let her
Yeah.
rock a little bit
Nah,
for a second.
Nah, man. And this is why I enjoyed this video so much, because I always preach like, hey man, tell women the truth. You know, because a lot of women need to hear this type of stuff, right? Because if you think you're perfect, that means you don't need to work on anything. You know what I mean? So if we always say, as men, we always understand, hey, nobody's perfect. We'll tell a brother like, hey, I understand you messed up right here. You need to fix this situation. And we're more willing to hear this situation or hear the advice from the man, because we understand like, hey, we're not perfect. But if you put in your mind like, hey, I'm perfect, and nobody's gonna can say, hey, I'm not, that's an issue, you know. So I would tell women like, hey, if you have problems with this, and this is what I think a lot of women's self-esteem is affected, is because they thinking calling themselves a 10 is raising their self-esteem when it's really not.
No.
It's actually lowering your self-esteem, because if somebody tell you you're not a 10 or not perfect, now you're going to feel a certain type of way. But if you're already going in that with that mindset, hey, I need to work on this, I'm not perfect, it's things that I could get better with, whatever, but men still want me, because this, you being a 10 or being a 5, men are still going to want you regardless, right? So it shouldn't be no issue. But I would say women, hey, take more advice from the men, because men are actually good at this stuff, right? Just like men, if women are good at certain things, we can take advice from them. You know what I mean? But hey, women, take more advice. Do the man's approach on how they look at things, and you get better outcomes. What you gotta say? You've been waiting for long.
Talking now, but no. So because we're talking about what women are doing, I'm a lady. I'll tell you how I feel about the situation. I'm speaking for myself. I don't know if everybody would agree, but in my opinion, you know, I feel that you should be confident, because what you can't do is change your looks. You can enhance your looks, but you can't change your looks. So
you can lose weight,
but you still can't change your face. Meaning you lose, you know, some of the off your face, but your face is your face. How you smile is how you smile. Like your features are your features. If your nose is bigger, your nose is bigger. If your ears are tiny, they're tiny. You can't change that. I'm not saying those are bad. I'm just saying these are things that you can't change. Okay. So if you are, I would say, because we know that there's people that's not as attractive. Okay. It does not mean that they're bad people. They're just not as attractive. It's very simple. It doesn't mean anything. It's just that you're not as attractive. You are still who you are with here. Now, when it comes to the looks part, I believe if you've been told from, let's say, men, right? Because I can't go by women. Women would say you look good all day, because that's what we do. We try to, you know, hype each other up,
lie to each other,
give each other confidence, you know, stuff like that, right? Because you try to look your best. You can't change your face. But we don't sit here and say, hey, yeah, you're not a 10, because that's not our job. We're not dating each other. All right. What I'm saying is men are dating us. So if all your life you've been heard, you were pretty, cute, gorgeous, whatever, you know, now you heard some numbers. You're a 7, you're an 8, you're a 9, you're a 9, you're a 9, you're an 8, right? Average that damn total up. Average it. And then guess what your number is? An 8. You're an 8. Don't rate yourself. Let people do that. Let the men do that. They are the ones who's going to date you. They are the ones who's going to pick you, choose you, whatever. They are the ones that has to determine what it is for their eyes. Okay. So I would say average your numbers, average whatever it is that these men are telling you, and then rock with that. But don't put it over your head. So if your average is a 9, right? Cool. But don't walk around like you a damn 9. Just walk. Walk. You are a person just like a person that is a 5 next to you. That's how I feel about it. That's just my personal thing. It is what it is. It does not matter to me. It matters to these men. They like very beautiful, attractive women, not, you know, and that's up to them and what they like. So don't walk around saying that you're a 10. That's all I'm saying. Even if you are a quote unquote 10, No one to me, no one's a 10. Because that means that you're perfect.
Yeah.
Because even the ones that are, let's say, in that 10 category, right? You know, they might have a toe that that might be a little bit
cricket toe.
Or they breath might stink.
9.5.
Right. I'm just saying, like,
you said breath
no.
stink?
Or you know, they have something weird, like their voice is deep. Now I've seen this. This girl was very pretty, and then she spoke. I was like, wait, her voice was just that doesn't take away her looks. I was just saying. It's just I'm just saying.
You better go to Target.
You would think
you get a voice from Target.
You would think, and that's anybody that's pretty. I'm just talking about one in particular that I seen. Pretty girl, and she spoke, and I thought it was a man.
Damn.
Period. I'm serious. And I was so confused. I thought she had like a voice effect. I was looking for the effect.
You sound like Morgan Freeman.
It was deep. It was deep. So but that's not up to me. I'm not dating her. She's married too. I'm not dating her. That's her and her husband. Mm-hmm. So honestly, none of those things matter. I'm just saying no one is perfect. I don't care how cute they look. You ain't that cute. No one is that damn cute. You are who you are. Let your man determine if you know what I'm saying, in general. I'm not saying he got to say you ugly. I'm not saying that. But let the man determine what he is in his eyes, and you make sure you stay confident. Mm-hmm. That's all I want to say about it. You stay confident. Be true to yourself. Make sure you don't walk outside looking crazy. Brush your hair. Brush your teeth. You know what I'm saying? Put a little, if you don't wear lip gloss, put on some damn Vaseline. Do something that's going to make you stand out, be different. You know, you don't have to wear the same clothes that everybody else is wearing, have a different style. You know what I'm saying? Speak differently, read more books, be more intelligent, you know, learn to cook more, you know, work out, stuff like that. These men are not looking at it that way.
Yeah. And honestly,
that's all I wanted to say.
And I will tell you guys are not looking for perfection, right? We're not, right? So y'all wearing all these long ass eyelashes, y'all wearing all these long weaves and all these different type of things. Guys are really not looking for all that perfection type of stuff. Only thing they're looking for is somebody that's humble. They can bring home the mom that's respectable and that looks good, right? So say if your face is not all the way there, all right, cool. Get your body, make your body right. Just like with men, right? If men are ugly, what do you think they do? Oh, well, I need to go get some money.
Y'all see my video.
Yeah, they say, okay, I'm weak in this category in the looks. I want this type of woman, so let me go get money, right? So, all right, cool. If you weak in the face, make sure your body look good, or you can be feminine as hell. And say if your body and your face is ugly, but you're a feminine, nice woman.
Why would I say it like that?
Because it's damn true. If you have that. Right, you more feminine now. You get more to the table. You can get the certain type of guys you want, or if you get 2 out of the 3, you can get a better quality man. That's how it's all about numbers.
Should I bring up the story? We was watching the show yesterday, and they both looked the same, and I was like, it was like they're made for each other.
Yeah, you can bring that story.
All right, so this is the story.
That's a great story. Yeah, exactly.
I don't want to say no. I don't believe.
Just tell the damn story.
I don't believe the ugly thing. We just saying you are who you are. You're gonna find someone to match you.
I believe ugly
that's
thing.
it.
I believe
James, stop. That's mean.
Ain't mean.
Listen,
it's the truth. It's some people that's cute, some people that's ugly, some people that's
not as attractive.
That's average.
Okay.
You know, we gotta live in reality. That's why I say, y'all women, y'all gotta get this approach that men have, because we're able to say, hey, like you said, men know when they're ugly. I remember you said that in the video. You know, men know when they're ugly.
It was asked to me. It
wasn't. You told them. You said men know. You would be glad I can't find that shit quick. You said men know when they're ugly.
You can share the screen.
Yeah, women know when they're ugly
go
too.
Ahead,
as
go
well.
ahead, share it. Go find it.
Find it. It's gonna take me a while.
No, you want me to find it?
No, it's good.
Okay, listen. All right, so we was watching the show yesterday, and the guy, they was married, right?
Yeah.
He was talking, and I was like, whoa, his teeth was not
jacked up.
You know, we have places where we can go to fix the aesthetics, right? He could have went to the dentist and fixed his the alignment of his teeth. It wasn't aligned. It wasn't aligned properly. Okay, it wasn't. Like, it is what it is. Okay, go fix it. No, he didn't do that. So then soon as he's talking, they was buying a house or whatever. As soon as he finished talking, they showed the lady. Now I seen her from behind. I was like, oh, she looks cute from behind, right? She turned around and her teeth was worse than his. And I was like, they matched. So what I'm saying is, I'm not playing anybody. I'm saying that they matched each other. Like, because it was crazy. I'd never seen that, where someone doesn't want to fix it. And they had money to fix it because they're sitting here trying to buy a new house, right? Mm-hmm. They have money to fix it. They didn't do it. Cool. They want to be who they are. That's what's up. But he found someone just like him, because some women would never date him with his teeth like that.
Yep. And she was nerdy. She was a nerdy looking
And the
woman.
lady, some men would never date her because she looks like that.
Yeah.
So I don't want to say not as attractive. You put it how you want to put it. I'm not the judge for that. I'm just saying that I know how people are, and they're not gonna do it. So she met her match, like their teeth was done.
And they making moves together.
And they was walking around.
They're gonna probably have kids. They're gonna be successful in their relationship because they're not worried about what everybody else thinks. And that's what we gotta do. So stop calling yourself a 10. If you think you're a 10, you're not. And go get with somebody that's closer to your looks. It's okay to say, hey, I'm weak in this area. It's okay to say, hey, I need to do this to get better, right? That's what we do as humans. If God didn't make everybody perfect, but because we did, whatever we want to appreciate the things we have.
But women don't look at them and say, I'm weak in this area, unless they want to compare. I remember there was a time, I'm always doing stories now. I remember there was a time me and another pretty lady was sitting down eating lunch. And she looked at me and she said, wow, your eyelashes are long, right? And she said it like she was insecure about her eyelashes. And I was looking at her because she was pretty just as much. So I was like, okay, well, your hair is curly. And I'm like, I like your hair. Like, but I'm not looking at you like that. I'm just like, you're pretty too. And we done with it. Not, ooh, I like that. And then, that's insecurities. People are cute in their own way. They have different things that make them cute. What make me cute is what make me cute. You might not, unless me and you are like twins. I got some twins on this social media platform. I got about 2 of them. If we twins, then we could share some stuff. But in general, no, you don't look, me and you don't look alike. You're pretty, I'm pretty. You have this, I have this. This is what makes us. Don't look at me and be insecure. So I brought that to say, don't look at yourself with a high expectation. That's all I'm saying. Yep. You don't give someone the ability to have, they have a high, you've given them a high expectation. That's how you're going to get hurt. I think Travel One said that, or someone on the chat said that. You never give the person a high expectation, right? So you won't get hurt. Yep. Same thing with your.
No, that was somebody else.
Somebody else. I'm sorry. Yeah. I quoted you wrong. Maybe it was Lady No, it wasn't. It was. Listen, never do that with yourself. Never walk around like you're the best thing popping. Being confident is being confident. It does not mean you think you're the best thing popping. Just be you. And then whoever would appreciate you is going to appreciate you. They're going to, ask you to marry them. That's it. It's not all about the looks. It's all about everything. You have to have the total package.
I think it's her right here. Yep. Yeah. So Tierka had said it, but and
she said it. So I'm sorry, I quoted it wrong. Never do that. So the 10 thing is a blow. Even if you're super attractive, okay, that's to whoever the person feel like they think you're super attractive. Yeah. I mean, I think somebody brought up Kevin Samuels when he used to have his rating. 8 was Beyonce, 9 was Kelly Rowland, and then 10 was Rihanna. Mm-hmm. James.
Rihanna ain't no 10 to me. I'm
like, so I'll just use that example. James didn't think Rihanna was a 10. He thought Kelly Rowland was a 10.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But who is to determine that? It depends on who's looking. Mm-hmm. Kevin Samuels and people like Kevin Samuels put her at a 10. Beyonce's an 8.
And then when I say 10, I don't mean like an actual 10. I'm talking about like if it was
you just look
10,
better. You just look better. No, we comparing women together.
Yeah,
so you have a line of 10
nobody's
women.
perfect. It's nobody's perfect. But if it was like the best looking, she'll be one of those. She'll be one of those women, right?
Right, so, just more appealing to look at. I don't know, whatever. Yeah. But whatever. So 8, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. It depends on who's looking. That's all I wanted to say about that. But let's get into the chat. Y'all talking today.
Yeah, get somebody that's closer to you, man. Just it's okay. Like, you ain't got to do that because they gave her good numbers. They gave her 8, 7.5, 7.5. That's damn good. but she didn't like that.
Before I get into the comments, let me drop the link and everything. So remember, you guys, I mean, I don't mind us talking, but I really want you to have a question. I really want you to, I'm sorry, where is it?
Or we can talk about the story. You want to talk about the Reddit story?
Yeah. So where is it, Jim?
What you looking for?
The call in. Listen, I really want you guys to have a talk for a minute. I'm sorry, y'all.
I'm trying to remember what you're talking about. But going back to old girl, right?
Oh, I don't have to pull it up. I'm sorry, y'all. Let me drop the link. I'm sorry. Listen,
I was trying to figure out.
I've been trying to navigate these systems here. All right. If you want to call in, you can, but I really want you to have a question when you come up. We're trying to help people who are going through things, help you if you're going through things. If we have experience, obviously we're going to give you the solution so we can move forward. So I'm going to drop the link and we can get into it.
Don't relax and take notes. Niggas need to wake up. Niggas need to relax and take notes. Niggas need to wake up. Niggas need to relax and take notes. While I take toast, relax and take notes. While I take.
All right. So I dropped the link. Have a question, y'all. Even if y'all called here before, y'all better have me a question. You better have me a question. All right, look.
She love this, y'all. So you see it. See, I'm talking.
Look, I help people all the time.
I
help people all the time. I be giving them
family, man. We be
yeah.
Trying, yeah.
So look, y'all better have me that question, okay? Now, she says, "Oh, it must be New York time because it's 7:16." Yes, girl. We on the East Coast, so it's 10:33 Eastern right now. All right, so he said, "I love that this is in relation to the Rate Me video. I love that he said a 6. 7.5, she said a 10.
It's like right there. Like it's crazy.
That video was crazy. Like, Lash is so long, she a 10 though. I mean, I'm adding words.
Yeah.
Don't ask if you can't handle the truth.
Exactly. Dang.
Don't.
Good point.
Don't ask.
Hey, Chris said she a 5.
Hey, look.
That's what I'm saying, yo. Y'all, women better be careful, man, because guys will tell you the truth. We're not living in that time of the sweet lady, would you be mine type of guys. More guys are like, yo, we actually got, because we seen all the failures that our father generation did. So
R.I.P. Kevin Samuels. Yep. Beautifully Animated said it wasn't the lashes. That's lightweight. Those men had a problem with the outfit. That's why he said you want to rate the outfit.
Oh yeah, because he probably would have got on my ass.
Right?
Yeah.
Ernesto, I like that name. That's different. Alpha man is always glad to tell a woman truth. That's true because he was stern with that.
Yeah.
That gentleman wanted to critique her outfit first and foremost. Like, why are you wearing that?
Exactly. He said, lady said it was everything and long hair. What you look like with natural. When you look like natural, they want to see first, then they can enjoy what's under the dress up. Yeah, exactly, man. We love the natural stuff. That's why my wife here always natural. No makeup. I'll see no foundation, none of that crap on her face. You don't need that shit.
I ain't got time for that. I mean, I just don't really have time. But real quick, makeup to me, I don't think is a big deal. I think, if you want to wear makeup, wear makeup. If you're a makeup artist, I understand why some people wear it heavy or whatever, because we have entertainers in this world. When you go on the camera right now, I look fine. But let's say if I was on a production and I was doing a movie that was going to hit, the big screens, makeup is necessary. I used to be in that space at one point in my life. Makeup is necessary because the camera picks up a little bit too much. And when you look at a movie, you want it to look perfect. Yes, you want the movie to look perfect because you're like, damn, all those imperfections, people rating the damn movie. We don't need no one rating a movie and the people in it. You have to look sharp. You have to look crisp. So I get that for those scenes and, places like that. I get it. Yeah. But on a regular day, if you want to wear makeup, wear it. Just know that when you are around some men really just want to see how you look naturally. So like, oh yeah, I could do that. Take it off.
Yep. I want to know.
Yeah, it's
I
not
wanna
about
know.
that it's not that you're not cute. It's not that you're less than. It's just that these men want to see you without it.
You
So
better
show
look different when I wake up in the morning.
So show these men how you look, because it's beautiful women, like beautifully animated. I seen a picture of you. I had seen that you had a YouTube. Nice without makeup. You know what I'm saying? Nice skin and everything. You know what I'm saying? Glowing. So show these men that you got nice skin.
Exactly.
That's all they want to see. Put your makeup on.
And makeup messes up your skin too as well. So
yeah, over time,
it tears your skin up. So hey, I'm just saying, guys, we like the natural. We want to see what we're waking up with. And if you're able to get out your house within 30 minutes of getting dressed, that's always a bonus for a man. So unless
the man take long too, y'all go ahead and do that.
Yeah,
there's some men that do all the extra stuff, but in general, most women take longer.
Yeah.
I gotta subscribe to your channel, so I didn't even know you had one. And so that's what's up. They see that as sexy, attractive, right? Thank you, beautifully. Not a toe. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, yeah. You just never know.
He said no one is a 10. Yep. Said that's a perfect 10. He said don't be ashy. Hey,
don't be ashy, y'all.
Hey, you get points taken away if you ashy.
You do. That's common sense. Put some damn lotion on if your skin. Some people, like my skin, don't get ashy like that. Take like a while. Like I didn't put lotion on, but my elbow not ashy. But if it was, would somebody date me? They're like, damn, she can't even take care of her skin.
It's so hairy though.
Look, let me go to the laser hair removal. Look, when we making, let me see, 2.5 million net worth, I'm going to the laser hair removal now. I'm joking. Yes, those heels be rough. Get your feet done. For real. Like, you know what I mean? I don't like polish.
Yeah, man, y'all don't need all that type of stuff. Like they actually make the nails to look like real nails. What they call it? French tips? What that shit called?
Yeah, French tips.
Like that's how your shit normally looks. Like weird.
Christopher says, yes, we know when we are ugly.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I was about to put that video up and embarrass you.
I could put it up.
Saying all this.
I could go ahead, talk, and I'm gonna go find it.
You taking forever with that today.
It's too many examples of what people see as beauty and attractiveness. Exactly. Yeah. That's all we're trying to say.
Because some people like say if you like on the bigger side, right? Some guys like that. I wouldn't say most guys like it, but some guys like that, right? And some guys that like big women, they actually like smaller women too as well. You know what I mean? So you just, you know what I mean, giving yourself the best option. You know what I mean, the most options to get with somebody. So
pretty much, yep. Just Ruth says she's hot and all of that, but no, she's not a 10. Her false eyelashes and dragon speech lowers her potential. She is hot though.
Did I say that already? It says a woman looking more natural is more appealing to a potential husband. Exactly. We love because we know what we're getting, right? So it's people say, what is the mouth of the beast, Lady Di, or tail, or them fish with them jacked up teeth?
It was ridiculous. No way. Like anybody would be like, you take a double take. Like what I just seen. Like fix that. They grown ass adults.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just.
She was talking about the. Okay, I got
the people in the team. What's up, Pac? How you doing? Man? How you doing?
Appreciate it stopping by, brother.
All right, so we got some more to get into, y'all. Trevor one says if she's going to ask men to rate her, she needs to be ready for the men to tell her what they think and accept it. Don't ask if you don't want an answer. Exactly. So let's see. Black man says waking up looking like
RuPaul.
RuPaul, man.
He said looking like they just finished mowing the yard.
How funny. Ashley Larry has entered the chat.
He said looking like a spokesperson for John Deere riding lawnmowers.
Y'all funny.
Y'all going
All right. Now we're gonna get a little deep right now. We're gonna play a video from Bruiser Concord Network. Y'all go follow him. So we're gonna get a little deep. So open up your ears, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, we also got a crazy video about what some teenagers did.
We're gonna do it after this.
Later, y'all.
Yeah.
This is gonna be like a powerful topic that we kind of need to like talk more about as a people, man. So this is getting ridiculous now.
Now, like I said, his videos are normally deep, but this one you gotta like pay attention to kind of understand what's going on. So let's get into it.
And it's not all black women. Man, y'all need to go fight for your kids. How about you come fight with us? When a man wanna go put on a damn dress, you'll go fight with him. You'll go fight with him. When a woman wanna be a man, you'll go fight with her. But when a man wanna fight for his kids, y'all say, you go fight for your kids. Come join us. Use the same damn energy. Y'all are some hell of an artists with those posters. Come bring the posters. Come bring the flags. Go paint your face. Come on, come fight with us. Nah, you go fight. That's what I hear. You go fight for your kids. I would sit back here and watch. All black women.
All right, quick, because there's more to it. You want to play it again real quick? You want to talk about it real quick?
Nah, I got it. I got what you said. I don't got to play it again.
All right, so look. Go ahead.
Yo, that was crazy. So I get his point, and it was actually a great point because it seemed like we have what's the term? I forgot the term they use, but like we just kind of get like mad at certain things, right? But we knowing that certain people are doing some things wrong, right? And we don't want to help that situation out. But as soon as we see something that we like or we feel a part of or kind of want to join, now all of a sudden, you know what I mean? It's okay. I don't want to fight like I'll fight for this situation when we should be across the board. And it's kind of getting to the topic. Dang, we should have played the one with the teenagers first with this topic with it, because it kind of goes into this, because we already know if a father's not in the household, what happens? You know what I mean? They're more likely to go to jail. They're more likely to be on depression medication. They're more likely to be a fucked up human being, just to be honest with you, right? So you have to have that father in life and stop making the life so difficult for that man to get in life if we want to change the outcomes of how these kids are growing up. But it seems like we don't want to change the outcome. We want to have all the power. That's it, right? Oh, yeah, selective outrage. Appreciate that. Somebody just need to left alone. Exactly. We have selective outrage on certain things rather than having it all across the board, because we know we need these men. Like we already seen how many our parents failed for not having men in the kid's life. And I'm not talking about the ones the men that don't want to be in the child's life, right? I'm talking about the ones that do. Because I see more of the ones that do want to be in a child's life rather than the ones that don't, especially in our community, because they say we the most involved fathers out of any group, right? But a lot of them still get a lot of flack for trying to. I got a lot of flack for getting custody of my son. You know what I'm saying? Like how you gonna try to get custody of your son when you supposed to give it to the lady? Blah 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 blah.
You gotta act right.
Yeah, when she's not acting right. Number one, and then number two, it's a son. How's she gonna raise my son? How's she gonna tell him how to be a man? She's not. And then she already crazy with the visitation now. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I have full control over it. You know what I'm saying? So, oh, my bad. But you get what I'm going with this shit. Like, it's real. So
there's more to this video. Someone reacted to it. So let's see what this lady has to say.
Okay.
And it's not all black women. Man, y'all need to go fight for your kids. How about you come fight with us? When a man want to go put on a damn dress, you'll go fight with him. You'll go fight with him. When a woman want to be a man, you'll go fight with her. But when a man want to fight for his kids, y'all say, you go fight for your kids. Come join us. Use the same damn energy. Y'all are some hell of an artists with those posters. Come bring the posters. Come bring the flags. Go paint your face. Come on, come fight with us. Nah, you go fight. That's what I hear. You go fight for your kids. I would sit back here and watch. All black women, man, y'all need to go fight for your kids. How about you come fight with us?
Y'all not tired of seeking help from women to fight y'all battles? Are y'all not tired of this shit? Because black women are tired of fighting for y'all. Now y'all trying to, make women seem wrong or make black women wrong for not wanting to fight for you, to fight for your kids. Why am I fighting for your kids? Those are not my kids. You abandoned your kids. What the hell am I helping you fight for your kids for? You shouldn't have left from the beginning. I don't see how y'all want women to do everything and you call yourself a fucking man. How? Black women don't need to come and fight with you because we are already here. We have the kids. So where are we going? Remember, y'all left. Y'all don't want to have problems with black women. So why do we have to keep fighting y'all battles? That's one thing the black man taught me was diversity, because y'all the ones out there having kids with all women of all different race, and you want us to help y'all go get those kids that you just keep leaving. Man, I need to fucking man up. Y'all really need to man up and stop looking to black women to help y'all or save y'all all the time. Y'all need to man up.
And see, this is so when we have arguments, guys, this is one of the problems that I have. It's not genuine, right? So if a man is saying to help me with my kids, right? Why would somebody say help me fight for my kids when they abandon them? Don't that means they don't want the kid if they abandon the kid? So when we having these types of arguments and all this type of talk and stuff like that, like everybody always want to have like a clap back or like or say something that's going to say, oh well, you should have did this, you should have did this, right? What we talking about when he was talking about was the court system. He's not talking about black women, right? He's talking about fighting the court system because he understands when we go to court, the woman is going to get custody, right? So now the court system is going to make it hard for the kids, but we don't want to fight the court system and fight you as well. Because if women make it hard for the man to see the kid, like I know situations right now, I kind of get a little person. I ain't gonna say the people's names, so my wife won't say that. But it's people that we close to that that he's supposed to have certain days to visit his child, but the woman made it very hard for him to do it. He's paying his child support. He's doing what he's supposed to do because the court system made it or told him to do this, right? He did that. Now she made it hard for him to see his kids and didn't bring him on when the drop-off days, didn't bring the kid, so now he wasn't able to see his kid. And then now when he goes and take him back to court, now the court system don't do nothing about that. They just say, oh, well, here's a slap on the wrist. Okay, you didn't let the father see his kids. All right, cool, we good, right? So we don't say nothing about that situation. So he's talking about those type of situations. He's not talking about a situation when the man don't want to be there, because the man don't want to be there, he's not. So why you bring, it's like the homeless to it's like from the homeless to rich situation. You either homeless or rich. It always got to go from the other side, right? Like just like with me, right? When I was fighting for custody of my son in a situation like that, right? It wasn't a lot of people that was helping me out or something like that. And that's exactly what he's saying. Because the court system was trying to help her out, even though she was fucked up. It was the GAL was trying to help her out because even though she was fucked up, you know what I'm saying? So, but I still one strong because I had to have a lot of evidence that it came up that she didn't show up to court because my evidence was so strong. But if I didn't have all that evidence, now I would have been kind of in the same situation, saying, yo, like this shit, the system is messed up. Now my son is getting raised in a worse situation where he would have been if he wasn't with me, right? So men are not just leaving these kids. And then he's talking about kids out of another race. Well, I think it's like 85 and up of black men are with black women. So why y'all making these dumbass arguments? You know, so it's just people like that that they ain't got no man in sight, that's been single all their life and holding all this trauma. They suffer from PTPD, whatever, post-traumatic Pookie disorder, because they dealt with a dumb person. I was about to say it. No. They suffer from they suffer from that, and now they want to make all men like that, right? No, it's great men out here. You just didn't choose. No, it's PTPD. I made up a new diagnosis. I appreciate that, brother. I made up a new post-traumatic Pookie disorder. But yeah, so this is what's going on. And so you're basically saying, why are you fighting for gay rights, right? But Oh well, you fight for their rights,
Rainbow.
but you don't want to you don't want to fight for the other people's rights. You know what I mean? In the court system, because that's going to be helping with the families, right? That's the people you having kids with, so they should have more time, or you should want to push them off to the kid if the relationship didn't work. You know what I'm saying? So we have to be honest when we have these conversations, whatever, because men are actually fight for the kids, and a lot of times the lawyers will tell them, hey, you have a losing case. Hey, you have evidence, because that's what my lawyer told me. Hey, you have evidence of this? You have evidence of this? I'm like, yep. He was like, great. We got a great chance of winning. Right? But if I didn't have that shit, he'd be like, bro, hey, honestly, you might not even much need to fight this one. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be honest when it comes to the court system and know when you have an advantage. And it's okay for you to have an advantage, but just understand that, hey, it's certain men that want to be in their kid's life, but they just don't want to be with you. And that's okay. You got to be willing to say okay with that. Because if you wasn't okay with that, you should have did better to keep them. But you don't want to do that because you don't want to be a better woman, or you don't want you chasing after the bad guys, the ones that just wanted to smash you. Because a lot of these kids wasn't asked to be here. You know what I mean? A lot of women wasn't married before they had their kids. So how do you know that man wanted to take you serious? So like if he wanted to take you serious, he would have married you. Let's be real. How many kids we had before we got married? I'm just saying, where am I at right now? We're here with my kids. My kids sleep in the next room right here. You know what I'm saying? So we have to have genuine conversation. We got to stop the BS, right? And just to have some clapback to get some damn like for some heartless people that don't really know much about themselves, or they just having a whole pent up anger because somebody did them wrong in the past because they chose the wrong person. I can do the same thing. I can say, oh, women ain't crap because my ex-wife wasn't crap. No, I ain't do that. I found me a better woman. I took accountability for myself. Hey, I was weak in this area. I should have seen the signs. I picked wrong. That's what I told myself. And women, y'all need to start doing that too as well. If y'all feel what she said was right, that means y'all have something mentally wrong with you.
Oh.
PTPD.
Yeah, like there are some women who agree with her. And yeah, no. So he said it all. So you know what I mean?
Oh, my bad.
You got that one. Look.
Yeah, I was passionate because I actually went through this, man.
I know. That's I'm like, you got that one.
Yeah, like you can't be saying like, hey, like, you know what I mean? Guys want to be in a picture. Like, especially if we have a kid. Like, it's only a small percentage of men that's out there just saying, hey, I don't want to be in my kid's life. That's a reckless small percentage. And I would call them dumb as hell too. I would say y'all are wrong for that shit. And most guys will. Most guys don't even much hang with them. They only hang with each other. That's how bad it is. We shun them out of the community. If we hear a man beating on a woman, or if a man not dealing with his kids, all these men, we gonna get on them for that. So let's just be honest, man.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Yes, I do have that disclaimer on my description, you guys. Thank you. Because you already know how it is. Yep, it's deep. 9 deleted, the gunman and is deleted. Let's see, double standards. Thank you so much. For that. Just Ruth said she's talking all that smack with her raspy voice. This is why I was laughing.
Oh, okay.
Sounding like the smoke cigars all day and gargle sand at night.
But yeah, man, like
that's new.
You can tell like the people that's like, you know what I'm saying, that's not in no happy relationship or is not with somebody because they won't talk that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna talk bad about all women because that means I'm talking about my wife like that. No. You know what I'm saying? I understand that there's good women, there's bad women. Women, you have to understand there's good men and bad men. If a man is asking you to fight for his kid, wouldn't you think that's a great man because he wants custody or he wants to be in his child's life? Or you think that's a bad man because he wants help fight for his kids because he knows the court system is fucked up? Like in my situation with my mom, you know what I'm saying, growing up, my mom didn't go through the court system and stuff like that and screw my dad over when she could. Right? Now me and my dad have a better relationship because of that. Because my mom helped. She could have easily did him dirty if she wanted to. That's the only thing the guys are saying. That's it.
Yep. Let's see. Christopher says statistics show that 95% of child custody goes to the mother. 84% of Black women are raised by single Black women.
Damn.
A lot of us were. Ernesto says this woman is talking reckless. What happened to equality movement? This woman has issues. She is getting the fight support twisted. Someone says someone who just wants to be left alone. I'm sorry, that's like the name. This problem will only be solved at the lowest level and up. Way too many people and bodies at the top make money off of the destruction of the family.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh, I've seen it growing up. I'm like, why y'all doing this?
Yep. We actually pay for the judge's pension. So our child support helps the judge's pension. A percentage of that goes to them. So
yep.
He said the most high guy. Exactly, man.
I see you, Hustler. Hold on one second. I'm gonna read this last comment. Travel One says Bruiser did sort of slip and dig in about the Black women supposedly supporting the LGBT community, not supporting Black men or against Black men. That is Black woman bash. Agreed with the response video.
I don't agree with that response video. It was terrible. That's the first time I disagree with you today, Travel One.
And Beautifully Amen said your mom wasn't trifling, ain't shit woman. Yeah. Y'all we're blessed. The people out here don't care about kids, not even their own.
Yeah.
That's not supposed to be the last one. I read another one. What up?
My bad. Travel One said Travel had it coming before the last one also. Oh, I missed it. You missed it.
I don't see it. I don't see it.
Yeah, we didn't see it.
All right. What's up, Hustler? All right. Oh, there you go. What's up?
What's up, bro?
What's going on, folks? How y'all doing tonight?
Good. Hey, how are you?
Yeah, now that's second. Yeah, sorry for coming in late, but that second video I saw asking those guys to rate her.
Oh, yeah, you seen that? Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god. On a scale of on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give me? I was like, oh boy. In my opinion, I think she's like I'm gonna give her like an 8 at most. She ain't bad looking. I'll give her an 8. But she said, "Oh, I'm a 10."
Yeah, man.
But she had
what most of the guys gave her and stuff like that, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? They gave her an 8, you know, but she, I guess that wasn't good enough. Like, it's like even if you was in school, if you made an 80%, that's not like bad, even though, like, you know what I'm saying, you know that's a wrong scale to use, but it's still a great score.
They
like,
said 7.5.
Yeah, 75%.
No one likes a 7.5.
I mean, that's not bad. I mean, she wasn't a bad looking woman, but she has this entitlement. But you know, they say all women are 10s. That's BS. And how much you want to bet that if those were just some average looking dudes, they weren't tall, they were not that attractive, she'd have lashed out at every last one of them. Because I saw another similar looking video where this woman just straight up lashed out at this dude for saying she's like a 7 out of 10 or something like that. Like, you don't know who the fuck I am? You seen yourself lately? So it's amazing how some women act differently depending on the kind of men that's, you know, rating them. Their attitude, it's like their responses will vary depending on who's rating them.
Yeah, and I think, and that's why I think with the insecurity.
Step out for 1 second, y'all.
And I think that's why I think with the insecurities, like we as people, we kind of got to do better as fathers too, as well, to kind of talk to your daughters or brothers or talk to your sisters and kind of tell them how men think, because I think it's just they don't know how we think, so it's kind of hard to relate to us because they don't know how we think. They think we're supposed to think like them, and when we don't think like them, we're wrong. Like, right, we have a totally different outcome of life than them, so it's impossible for us to think like them because they require more from us, or different things from us, I should say. So, yeah, man. You got any sisters, Hustler?
Nope.
Oh, okay. You lucky.
I just got female cousins. That's it.
Okay. Man, like honestly, when I be talking to my sister about a lot of this stuff, it's kind of like hard for her to understand where I be coming from. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, yo, like it's just a disconnect with how men and women talk today. So it's weird.
Yes, it's very weird. Hustler, you got a question for us? You got any dating questions that we can help you with, or something that you are unsure of? Something it don't gotta be nothing crazy. Something simple.
Actually, I didn't have no question. I just want to tune in so I can watch some of y'all content.
Oh yeah, I know you always come in here for that. I appreciate that.
Appreciate that, man. You've been faithful for like the last few months and shit, man.
For real.
Yeah, man. Shoot, y'all want somebody loyal, man. Hustler free right now.
Did you say I'm a freak?
No, I said you free right now.
Oh, free. I thought you said I was a freak. I'm like, bro, you don't know me like that.
Exactly. Hell no.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely have a panelist show. We're gonna plan it, and Hustler, you definitely gonna be one that we're gonna choose. So you're always coming in here with some insightful wisdom. So thank you for stopping by.
Of course. Anything else for me to look at so I can critique with y'all?
Okay, yeah, we got one more.
I gotta see that.
Let's see. All right, let's see. Let me pull it up, y'all. Hold on, let me add him.
Yeah, man. This is you want to do the team one first?
We're gonna do that one. We're gonna do that last one.
All right, cool, okay.
All right, here we go.
Oh, we got some comments. What's going on, Marcus? What's going on, bro?
What's up? What's up, bro? Thanks for being here. Marcus, hey,
what's
the Mary
up, brother?
Goats in the building. Thank you.
Thanks for stopping by, brother.
This is my first time interacting in the chat. Watch you guys.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Thank you. Yeah, for real. All right, so we're gonna do this. This is the second to last. Let's get into it.
Mom, can I marry whoever I want?
No. Why would you want to? Don't you think that Daddy and I have figured it out? Like, you're going to find somebody on your own and then do what? It's going to be a mistake, you know.
I'll fall in love with them and marry them.
Oh my God, you did not use the L word. You know love doesn't last. You know what the saying is in life? Love makes you blind. Why you want to be blind when we are there to give you the vision?
But you've been married to Dad for 23 years.
Yes, and look how much happy we are. Look how much happy we are. We don't even say a word to each other. We are so happy. You know love doesn't last.
So let's see. Someone says love is feeling, is not trust, honesty, loyalty, and respect.
Yep.
Respectful. Someone else says, imagine the advice an American mom would give Indians, Russians, Muslims, and non-American heritage, low divorce rates.
Mm-hmm.
See, I didn't do Red Morgan.
Yeah, man. So we can kind of comment first before we go into the comment. But man, that's why I always say, man, like if somebody's doing something better than we are doing as a culture, we need to go and do them. Like she said in the comment, they have low divorce rates. So unless we don't think divorce is a problem, right? You know, we should do what they actually are doing, right? Because we always thinking like everything's supposed to be a fairy tale, everything is gonna be so perfect, everything is gonna be so good. When it's not, you're gonna have hard days, you're gonna have good days, right? But you're gonna have to get through it. I don't have those same issues because I'm not looking for my wife, for me to feel love for my wife and all that type of stuff. I want her to be loyal, respect me. That's it. And we'll figure the rest of the shit out. You know what I'm saying? So because you know what I mean, we have so much things to do. And if person is, you got to feel loved and doing all this type of stuff, you put too much on a person, now they're gonna get tired. And then now when they can't fulfill that, you're gonna be like, oh well, you're not appreciating me now. Now you gotta go. Right? When you're supposed to be just holding it down first and be with that person for your life eternity, because that's what the vows was made for. You know what I mean? But a lot of people, they just want to just have fun every day. They don't want the monotony every day of doing the same things over and over, right? But we had to get out of that stupidness and do what these other coaches are doing, because obviously they winning, and then now they have better outcomes financially, families, crime. You know what I mean? In communities, they have all these different things because they have that family structure together. So
yeah, that's what do you think about that video?
I don't know. I can't have mixed feelings. She said that her father, her husband been married for 23 years. They barely speak to each other. That's true love. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Now
So
I know every culture is different, but I know out here in America, if you two stop talking for some time, I'm gonna look at y'all and wonder what's going on here. I don't know. Maybe they just do things differently. She looked like she's about Middle Eastern descendant or whatever. Maybe they do things differently in some country, but they say they don't talk as much. I'm gonna wonder what's going on here. So I kind of had mixed feelings about that. But I do appreciate the fact that she's trying to tell her son don't go rushing into anything. And, you know, she was in awe that he used the L word, I guess, for a woman that he barely knew. I don't know. I needed more context, but based on what I saw, like she's trying to guide him in the right direction. And you know, for her to be married herself, she better know a lot about love and what it is, because she got it from her husband, the boy's father. So hey,
yeah, I would
so
say,
I
man.
big feelings on that.
So I think what she was getting from, because when we first seen that video, my wife here, she was like, what? And she started laughing about it.
At first, kind of like what you said. What do you mean we don't talk? I was like, if I don't talk to you, we got a problem.
Yeah, but what I told her is like they have an unspoken communication.
Yeah, I got it later. I was like, I think she probably just saying like, you know, they don't have to talk. But they happy. Like but they still happy without speaking because they have like this deeper connection.
You ever been like you played sports growing up, Hustler?
Did I do what now?
You played sports growing up?
I played basketball in junior high. If that counts, yeah.
Yeah. So you ever like knew like you just had to like look at somebody and they know what to do, they know the cut, they know when you was trying to get them to do something, and you didn't have to say it because you didn't want to give it away. I think she was kind of talking like that, right? So like especially like football or basketball or different sports, you can kind of like make them do a move, and then now all right, they straight. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I think she was kind of talking. They got an unspoken communication and they on one accord.
Oh, well, that makes sense when you put it like that. They say actions speak louder than words, so I guess that kind of sums it up. Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't think of it like that. And when I was playing basketball, yes, my captains and co-captains, that's kind of what they did. They looked at us like, you know what to do. I got you. Same thing with the coach. It's like, hey, son, you know what to do. You know what to do. We've been through this doing drilled. Remember your training, stuff like that. When I was in the military, remember your training. You know what to do.
Exactly.
That kind of thing.
I was going to use that too as well, but a lot of we only like 1% of the population, so I know a lot of people probably wouldn't be able to kind of understand that. But yeah, man, like that unspoken communication, it's levels to communication, right? And I think the unspoken one is like one of the highest forms of communication, because once you already know, so especially like say if I come home and my wife already know I wanted to get done or what I wanted to do, or I need a massage, and because a lot of times some people might think you don't want to beg for somebody to do something. You don't want them to just come and do it sometimes, right? And that just like it just, especially you feel more appreciative. Oh wow, she already knew I want to do this, or she like, oh wow, he already knew I needed a foot massage or something like that. It's just, you know what I mean, that it just give you like that happy feeling type of deal. So
yep.
Okay, makes sense to me. Now the original topic was y'all said something about a woman had an affair with her stepson or something like that.
Oh yeah, he slept with the stepson. Yep.
Yeah, man, it was crazy.
I came in kind of late, so was that a video or just a Reddit story?
That was a Reddit story.
Yeah.
You have to definitely watch the replay to hear the full thing if you want to listen. But yeah,
well,
I'm gonna chop it up. Yeah, I'm gonna chop it up for you.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm gonna chop it up later and make a live, not a live, but a video strictly over that. So
okay, now I didn't see that part of the live, but I've heard similar stories of this kind of stuff happen. I've heard about it from all angles. You know, sometimes you got cases where the single father meets in this case, a single father met a beautiful woman. She met the son, found him attractive, and they do a little something. I've also heard stories of single mothers who meet an attractive man. He meets the daughter, and now he's smashing the daughter and the mom behind closed doors. So I've heard similar stories. So that kind of stuff does not surprise me, not one bit. It's like, damn, where y'all finding these people?
For real, like what's going on? Why would you do such a thing?
If you're a single man hooking up with a 40-something-year-old woman who's close to your age, I guess you see the young daughter or whatever, you think, wow, she's young, she's fresh. You want her instead. I'm like, wow.
Yeah,
Oh
I
my
don't
God.
know what's wrong with people. They bored, have nothing to do. They're not really in it for the right reason. So you just have to
I
find
mean,
those
the reason.
genuine.
I mean, the reason why I can't deal with no 20-something-year-old because first of all, 20-something-year-olds don't have the same mindset as the average 30 or 40-year-old, and second of all, 20-year-olds are stuck in their partying, having fun phase. I mean, we were in our 20s at one point, so we can understand where they're coming from. Going to the college parties, going to the clubs, turn up like we did back in the day. I don't do that anymore. I've been to a club in damn near 10 years.
People say 20
That's the last
years.
time I went to a nightclub. 10 freaking years.
Yeah, man.
So if I meet a woman that's into that kind of lifestyle, that's going to contradict the way I'm currently living now. I don't do the club scene anymore. So that's something I can't deal with. And the irony in the whole thing is women want to shame men for wanting younger, but those same older women want to imitate those same younger women. Seriously, why would you want to imitate the same people that you want to stay the hell away from? That's like me telling James, don't be out here robbing and stealing and hanging with the criminals, but here I am holding up a damn liquor store. I'm mimicking the very people I'm telling you to stay the hell away from.
Yeah, exactly.
So why older women want to compete with younger women if they know that this is what men should stay away from? Act your own damn age in that case. Be the positive example for the younger crowd. You want us to stop going for them. Show me that you could be 40 years old and still look good and still have some class about you. That's the thing I don't get.
Yeah, I don't get that.
So, all right, you want to get into the last week? What you want to do? What you want?
All right, so we're not gonna be on as long as today. We're gonna probably wrap up in like maybe 10 minutes. So if you guys, I guess you want to react to us with the video, we have one more. What's up, beautiful animated?
Hey, how y'all doing?
Good.
I was wondering when you're going to show your pretty face again.
I had to pop up when we were talking about the babies because if I had a son and a bitch tried him. Oh my goodness. I
just didn't think about no babies, did I?
Isn't the son the dad's baby? Didn't he make them?
You just talking about the
I
child.
guess so, but I don't know.
No, I'm cheating on me with my kid. You're messing with my kid.
Yeah.
It happens.
So which one would you do, beautifully? Would you go to jail that day? What I
Yes.
say, disown?
She said yes. She said yes.
Yep.
Who get hurt? One or both?
No, I'm not disowning my child. I'll probably whoop that ass, but I'm going to jail. I'm going to prison. I'm going to prison. So please put money on my books.
Right. You need about how much a day?
I got a question. Who would you attack first, your boyfriend or your daughter? Who going down first?
It's definitely the boyfriend. He's gonna die.
Because you know better. Meaning you're the grown up,
right? And the
and
fact
the elder.
that, many people know that I'm crazy, so they don't mess with me.
Hey, don't say this online. Don't say that.
I don't care. I don't care who knows. I don't care who knows. But most people do not. They just don't mess with me. So, you must want. What's that? Suicide by cop. Yeah. Yeah.
I like a little
That's
crazy.
the word about PC.
Hey,
people know not to mess with my kid.
Don't worry. I love kids, so I'm not going to do anything to them.
Go ahead, spit that.
Hey, y'all need to talk in the back chat right now.
I know, right? Nobody can see it except us. Go ahead. That's funny. All right, so let's get in. We have one more. Now this one is breaking news. This is about what happened on this. What's today?
I think a few days ago, or 2 days ago, maybe.
Friday. It happened on Friday. Let me see. Where is it? Here we go. It happened on Friday. So let's get into that real quick. Is this the one? Nope, that's not the one. Sorry, y'all. Which one is it?
I got you. I think it's on here, but it's you kind of tell them a little.
So
brief.
it's about these teenagers who think they grown and they doing grown. I think it's this one. They doing grown man. Okay. Wait.
See, that's why I don't trust.
Hold
you.
on.
That's wrong one. That's wrong
You
one.
named it wrong.
Nah, you. See how you trying to blame me, y'all?
You did.
I think it was this one right here.
Okay, so we're gonna pull it up.
All right, let's see.
All right, so I'm gonna let him figure that out, and we're gonna talk. So look, I don't know if some of you guys have some of you guys have young kids or not, but we have to protect our kids, and the first way to do that, since they're young, is to teach them the right things. Make sure that they understand what's right and wrong, and I'm talking about in every situation. The first thing too, for sure, is to teach them how to control their emotions, because they're so young. When their emotions are wild, they make really bad decisions because they don't know how to control them. They're immature. So let's see if this is it.
Yep, this is it right here. All right, here we go.
In Maryland is shaken up after a terrifying attack on a school bus. Happened late Monday afternoon when a bus carrying students home from an alternative middle school stopped at a stop sign. A girl got off, but 3 others rushed on board. The bus driver said she saw the suspects try to shoot the boy in the head. Investigators say at that point, one of the suspects then pointed a gun at the boy's chest and pulled the trigger, but the gun jammed.
This was an attempted murder. Plain and simple. Let's call it what it is. Pulled the trigger 3 times, but for some reason, by the grace of God, the gun didn't go off, and bullets flew out of the gun.
The bus union president says the driver is terrified to return to work. She's afraid the suspects will remember the bus number and try to retaliate against her. There are no arrests at this point in the case.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy. They tried to rob a damn school bus, but unfortunately for the robbers, the gun jammed, saving the boy's life. Oh.
Well, no, so
no, it wasn't robbery. They were trying to kill him.
Yeah. So they basically
hit.
They went on. Hey Hank, what's up?
What's up, brother?
They went on the bus to actually shoot. Can I say this? Destroy this teenager. It was a target, and when they pointed the pistol to the chest, the gun jammed.
Yeah,
okay?
so
that boy would have died.
That went through and then jammed, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So then after it jammed, the teenagers pistol whipped him. They beat him up really, really bad. And then they got off the bus. And the bus driver didn't go to work for the rest of the couple of days. This happened recently. So he didn't go to work. He said he was scared for his life. Yep. He also didn't help the child. He got off the bus just like the other kids. And the kid was on the bus by himself with these teenagers. Now, this is middle school. So I think the kid was like 12 and the other kids were 14. So they went on the bus to actually destroy this 12-year-old. It just didn't work out. So they got mad and pistol whipped him. Yes. Yeah. Now this happened like literally a couple of days ago, Friday.
Yeah.
Yesterday. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And it was in Southern Maryland. So I think it was kind of like a pretty bad neighborhood, but it's crazy like how these 14-year-old kids are able to pull this stuff off. And this is why it's so important for them, like with the Bruiser video, for the men to be in their child's life, because if men was in this experience, I wish my kids would do some shit like this. Like what?
Like why? And then
I wish they would. And honestly, I'll tell y'all a story. I grew up in the hood, right? But I didn't have. I was around guns. I was around weed. I was around crack. I know all that stuff smelled like. I know how to get it. I do everything, right? But I stayed away from that because I had strong father figure in my house, and I had my dad in my life type of situation. Yeah. So I didn't need all that stuff. And then I used to tell my brothers like, "Hey, we ain't got to do all that shit. I ain't had to join no gang to be respected or be cool. I had my brothers with me. You know what I mean? So it's like we have to make, if we are in these bad environments, make sure these kids' dads are in their life so they can steer them away from that. Because if they don't get it from their daddy, they're gonna find another man to get it from, and it's gonna be a man that you don't want him to get it from. Just being honest. But
yeah, what do y'all think about that story?
I can't blame the bus driver for leaving.
Yeah.
It's not. It's a gun. You know what I'm saying? It's not like the kids came on the bus and was just fighting the fist cuffs kind of thing.
Yeah.
Where he could be able to help. No, I don't. But
yeah,
they do need to get them kids. Like,
but who's raising kids to think they could like just destroy a person for what? Like, why would they try to shoot them?
You know, it sounds like them crazy situations where the parents are afraid of the kids. It's got to be a situation like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand them situations, but
yeah,
I don't know. It just sounds like that would be the only way these kids thought they can get away with it. It's because they're bullying the parents, or the parents fear them, or whatever.
And here's something else to think about. They probably come from single parent households with no father in the household.
Yeah.
Like the man just said, that was his son or sons, whatever, acting like that. They're going to get an ass whooping, plain and simple. So these kids, so for kids to act in this kind of manner, it's like, oh boy.
Yeah. And as parents, we got to get more nosy, man. We gotta see what's going on with these kids and stuff, like, because a lot of this, like, I even remember going to middle school and somebody brought a gun to school. And they hid it in the locker. So the guy had got beat up the day prior. So he was like, all right, cool. I'm gonna get you. You know what I'm saying? So he went, grabbed the pistol, brought it to school. You know what I'm saying? So and I was gonna try to get the guy. So that could have been a situation where I was in, because I seen him throw it in the locker. You know what I mean? So we have to kind of, you know what I mean, do better with this type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And be more nosy with our kids, man. They get into all type of stuff now.
Yeah, that's very true. Hey, what's up?
Hello, how you guys doing?
Good, how are you?
All right, I'm hanging in there. Hey, listen, those kids are way past spanking. Those kids are way past spanking. I mean, it seems to me that maybe there was a hit out on a kid. He might be a rival gang member's son or something like that. Because if it was that targeted, somebody said, hey, he's on that bus, go get him. And I wouldn't be surprised if those kids, since they weren't successful, we may never see them again. You know, who knows? That's how bad it is out there, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
You know, I tell you, they were sent there deliberately to do a job and they failed.
Yeah.
You know, so... And it's sad, but our community is destroyed all over the place. Now, I don't know if they're just throwing these things out there to try to exaggerate how bad it is. But you look at the looting, you look at the stores, you look at what happened in downtown Chicago.
Yep, Walmart.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about thousands of kids with no guidance in the Black community all over the place. All over the place. You know, so it's, I don't know how you solve that. You can't look for the Democrats, right? You can't look for them because, no, I'm not going to get into the politics, but their job is to keep us thinking we're victims.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's why you're going to start voting Republican.
So what?
That's why you got to start voting for the Republic.
Well, I didn't want to go to the deep, but we might have to think of alternatives. Whatever we do.
Listen, here's the thing. If you're going to rely on politics, my point for saying that is, if you don't go into politics with it, Republicans give absolutely no fucks. Okay, the Democrats don't give a fuck. The Republicans give absolutely no fuck. So if you're gonna go into it, go all the way with it. Start with nothing, because that's what you have. Nothing. I was watching kids today with their parents. Parents are teaching they're treating the kids like friends, colleagues, peers. That ultimately, that's the problem. That's why these kids don't have any guidance. You're afraid to spank them or discipline them in a way that's a punishment that meets the crime. You don't have to spank them if the occasion doesn't call for it. You don't have to do that. But if the occasion calls for it, or even them kids is just hard headed, and that's the best way to get your point across. Some kids are like that. Some kids you got to spank them. Otherwise, they're just gonna laugh at you and keep moving. I saw that at the store today too. I mean, you know, people are afraid to do these things for some reason.
The court system, man, the laws and all this weird stuff.
Get in trouble.
They got CPS. They calling people. Man, the kids can be playing outside and get a bruise or something like that. Then go to school the next day. Now they calling them. You got to check up, and I'm like, yo, like it's like.
You want to know what my mom? I pulled that on my mother once. I did. I'll be transparent. I said, I'm going to call the child abuse people on you. You want to know what my mother said to me?
Dude.
She stopped and got real calm. She said, you know what? Tell you what, if you can make it to the phone, I'll let you call him.
You know, that's funny that you said that. You know,
No, she seriously, she stopped and she backed off me too. Okay, if you can make it to the phone, I'll let you do it.
You know, that's funny. I have a variation on that theme. I would just say this real quick because I wish one of my kids would have said that to me. I would say, and I'm gonna let them take you. And all of those things that you thought were a nightmare here, you wait till you get into one of them shelters.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
So
they get in these shelters. They're gonna come home. Right.
Begging to come home. Dad, I'm sorry. You know, yeah, you sorry, all right. But you know, I'm glad I never had to go through that. You know, I had my girls were cool, so it's amazing. Well, I'm an old guy, so you know, my kids were. One of my kids is, I think both of them are millennials, or actually one Gen Zs, right? Because I'm a baby boomer.
Damn, I got a young one.
Yeah, so I was kind of a little older when I had my girls, but you know, so I was a little bit more stable in my household. So they didn't have to grow up while I was growing up too. You know,
Yeah.
so that made a difference for them.
What I think too, so for the ones that are not Gen Z, a lot of us didn't grow up with all of these accesses to things. So like social media is huge. You know how much you can learn from just on Instagram, TikTok, just scrolling. You know, for a young mind, they don't understand what they're looking at, so they're learning all the wrong things. Even the right things they can see, but they in their head, they're gonna put it together and be like, you know what? This is what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm gonna be. I don't really care what my parent told me because they're doing it. You know, they don't understand anything. So I think there's too much access. Because when we were growing up, and y'all as well, we didn't have this. Like I know for us, we transitioned to having no internet.
Yep.
Then we had dial-up.
Yep.
Then we had the what is it? The VCRs, right?
Oh, yeah. CD players.
Right.
players.
Yeah.
It came from the CD players. It came from the gaming system.
Yeah, we had a Nintendo.
Right now,
DVD player.
Sega CD, Sega Saturn, PlayStation, the whole
there
nine.
we go. We didn't have the Bluetooth hookup. We had to buy memory cards. You know that, but that came later. You know, it wasn't like
I
that.
did all of that, man. You know,
We didn't have Bluetooth speakers back then. We had to go to the store and buy them big ass boom boxes, like you see Run DMC had.
I mean,
I found one on Amazon for like $500. I'm like, damn.
yeah,
It's crazy.
That sounds like a lot.
And for us, you know, we all transition into this. These kids already have it. They don't know nothing about what we didn't have. So I think with that, on top of you know, the parents not parenting, they're treating them like friends. That's what y'all was saying. And then just the lack of the family dynamic, the guidance. You need a lot to raise a kid. Kids don't know nothing. It's like starting from scratch. You just think about. So it's a lot to it.
But you said
the problem is,
I
was just gonna say that the part of the problem is people don't know how to balance anything. It's either extreme this or extreme that. Yes, you are supposed to have have your kids be comfortable with coming to you and talking with you about any and everything, but they should still have respect for you too.
Exactly.
And they should know that we are not friends, you know, but this is our parent-child relationship where you are free to talk to me and come to me, ask me anything or whatever, tell me your troubles or whatever. But it still doesn't mean we're on friends. We're not peers, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's the problem with the extremes.
You know, some of the dynamics is right in front of our face. I mean, you two guys are married, you know, and I'm married. But if you go past the baby boomer generation, and because I keep the genealogy in my family, and the point is
that's awesome.
The X, the Generation X, the Millennials, and the Zs, you could see the precipitous drop off in couples having children. right? So that means generation after generation of single mothers, they have a father involved, and the relationship, whether it's a good relationship or not, without both parents in the home, you can't really raise your kids because you lose all the serendipity. What I mean by that is, and then you guys probably know, but when you have both parents in the home, you have a broader view of how you raise your children,
Exactly.
right? Because what I see, my wife might not see. What she sees, I might not see. And when the kids say something or do something, by serendipity, one of us is going to be there to catch it.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't make it so. It seems so complicated. And plus, if you're a single mom or dad and you're out working, you're going to miss stuff. You're going to be tired. You could be a dedicated person. I don't even want to disparage anybody, but your kids are growing up, especially in this age where they got all the stimuli, right? And I think if you had parents of couples, even in the new, because if you had couples like you two guys, you know about all the technology. So your kids are going to have all this technology, but you're aware of it. So you know how to govern, raise your kids in the new technology era. And so, so it's not necessarily bad. It's just that you're just not there to catch shit.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's easy. It's so easy for kids to get into bad stuff now too. Just like with us, like when I was growing up, it was hard to look at explicit pictures or videos and type of stuff. Now you can just go on Google and pull it up and stuff like that. Like it's ridiculous on how easy things have changed. And you made a good point earlier when you said it was like a hit. And me and my wife, when I first seen it, I was saying either it's over a woman or it was over some hood type, you know what I mean? Like he was in a gang or something like that. Right. So normally when a situation like that is over because a little boy got disrespected and he trying to, this is what they do in the movies and stuff like that. And we had like a longer conversation about it. I think it's like we cheer when we watch Power, we cheer for them to get away, you know what I'm saying, to get free, not to do time and stuff like that, whatever, right? And sometimes our kids watch this stuff. And then now they seeing us cheering this stuff on. We have the mindset of we know it's entertainment, but they looking at it as like, oh wow, dad and mom like this type of stuff, right? So we kind of gotta be more teaching them more, say, hey, this is just for fun. We understand that this person belongs in jail, you know what I'm saying? Just to be more realistic when we teaching our kids. So.
Yeah, it's just entertainment. Like you made a good point because we watch Power, but we don't have our kids watch it. Right. Because that show is crazy. But you were saying, they listen and they see we watching it, and so that was another point. I didn't think of it like that. Even when it comes to like scary movies, I told y'all I'm a scary movie fanatic. These things are fake. I watch it because it's different. I walk outside, I don't see this. So it's something different, entertaining to me. But like, he was saying, we got to just teach them that it's entertainment, never do these things, but it's still kind of like a catch-22. So, I see people raise kids and they're like, no, they could never watch that. Now I understand why they was like that. I understand. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's just, just the little things can make a lot of difference. And a lot of people don't realize that. Like, for example, my kids are grown, but I try to institute at least one day where we all sit around the table and talk.
Right.
Eat dinner and talk, right? A regular Sunday dinner, really. And this is where, when you start to stimulus conversation, you can start seeing where the kids are at.
Yeah.
Your kids are at, right? Because you ask them questions, they talk back to you, blah, blah, blah. And it's just beneficial. You don't have to do it every day because everybody's busy, right? The kids go in different directions. You come in different directions at 6 o'clock in the morning, and somewhere around 5 o'clock, you try to put your family back together, right? So everything's hectic. So you got to find a time when you're all sitting around. I remember those Sunday dinners when I was young, around the table.
Yeah.
So I try to make sure that happens because my daughters, when I talk to them, I find out where their head's at, and since they're a lot younger than I am, they're more tolerant of a lot of stuff that I would have never been tolerant of. But, but they have the minds of their own, right? My daughter tells me, hey, Dad, you're crazy, man. All that stuff on the internet is you're in the echo chamber. That's not what's going on out here. I said, well, you maybe right. maybe not. So she's not a part of it, but still, the fact that she would challenge my thoughts because she knows I go on the internet, on YouTube, and say, hey, listen, that's off. That's, all of that's not right, man. That's not how everybody's thinking out there, But in her little circle of friends, it might be true, right? Because she's graduated out of college. She's professional, but she has a small circle of friends. Trying to get her ass married, but
exactly. I was about to ask that. I was like, man, because I
send her our way. I got you.
I love when the women kind of get their degrees and all that type of stuff, right? But get you a husband along the way. Like I be talking to the girls I work with, and I be like, yo, like it's cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to just do one. Like you can do both at the same time. Do it now. Don't be focused on school, because these jobs will let you go in a minute. Like they don't.
Yeah, I'm guilty though. I'm guilty of that with my daughters. I now that I'm looking at it, when they were ready to go, one is 7 years older than the other, so she's 30 now. She had one boyfriend that she was serious about, and we had a family dinner with his family and all that kind of stuff, but it didn't work out. And she never brought anybody back home, so that she was like maybe 26, 27, and now she's 30, and she never brought anybody back. When we talked about it, she said, listen, I'm not going to just bring any rando in front of you, which I appreciate.
Yeah.
But my youngest daughter, I don't think she cares about guys, girls, or anything. She's just focused on her job and her music, and she's 23.
Yeah, I was in that situation before. I had to get rid of one because when you're talking about school, music, like all of these different activities, you're busy. You don't got time to be dating and why you ain't call me back? I'm like, I was playing an instrument. You got all these excuses you could give somebody, but then at the end of the day, it's work. So I had to end up giving up one. So that's when you hear me say that I was in the industry, for the ones that you heard me say that too. I was in the industry before, so I had to give that up, because if I didn't, because the thing is, in that space, you're not there to look to get married to nobody. Y'all there to work, you're there to collab, you there to make money, all of that. Where's the love at? But guess what I really want? I wanted to be married and have kids. Right. So I literally let go of that space, and then that's when I got with James. So it's something in the past that stays back there. And it's a lesson learned from it. I don't say it's wrong. I don't want to say, oh, well, people say, oh, Lady Di's not living her dream. That's not true. My dream is to be married with kids, and then everything outside of that. But that's me.
So you weren't even in the space to date until you dropped the other part.
Yeah, no. Oh. Yeah, basically. So the people I was around all the time, they weren't trying to get into a serious relationship, because it was all about what we were doing, trying to, be on TV. Who do we have to get to, connect with, those type of things. I was in that type of space. Okay. So for that, no, I was coming to a lot of guys that were very shallow. And at that time I was like, dang, I might have to date like an older person. But then I was like, I'm not trying to do that right now. So I just let it go. And I don't regret it. Because that's a whole nother situation over there. They do different things. And honestly, spiritually, it didn't align with me anyway. So it was kind of like, it was let go because that was the will. But yeah, so now I got married, and that I focused on that. And I stayed in school. So I did stay in school. Of course, I'm not going to stop doing that. Actually, when I got with him, I was in school, and I had a few more years left, and that was that. So. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, it's crazy out here. Mandrell, you got anything to add to this?
I mean, I did, but I forgot most of it now. I mean, that was a long time ago.
You funny. Hustler.
I mean, yeah, I'm at a hotel. I'm not even in town.
Y'all keeping me like outside. I hear wind.
I am outside.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm outside.
I thought so.
Hey man, appreciate you stopping by, man. Hey, Hustler, you set up?
Oh wait, hold on. What was your question? Let's start there.
So let me think.
We was talking about the kids. We was talking about this situation with the bus. You seen the 3 teenagers come on the bus with a gun, and the gun jammed when they was trying to execute a hit, seemed like, on one of the passengers there?
I did not see when the gun jammed, but I did see a white boy choke out a brother. for no reason and held him there for like 14 minutes in a chokehold. So I did see that, but this one, the gun jam, I didn't see that. No. Tell me about that one.
It was these teenage boys. It was 14 years old. They went onto a school bus to get one kid. They went to the kid. They had a gun. The gun pointed to the chest. The gun jammed. So they instead pistol whipped him, and then they left. This was yesterday, and it's like all over the news now. It's in Maryland somewhere. So middle school kids did this.
Is the kid who got pistol still alive?
Yeah. Because luckily, yeah.
Well, I say, what y'all surprised about? Y'all should be celebrating. The kid's alive, and he's gonna probably make a full recovery.
Yeah, that's
and here's the thing. Here's the crazy part about it.
Huh?
To get himself in a situation, he'll never do it again. Lesson learned. He'll never do that again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think
you know what I'm saying, because nobody helped him when he get.
You breaking up?
Huh?
Breaking up, bro.
Oh, thank goodness
okay.
I said something because I thought I was tripping.
Yeah.
So I am breaking up. All right. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
But I think what's going on with it, what a lot of people are afraid because they had all three of them was masked up and they don't know who did it.
Oh yeah, they was masked up. Yeah.
So the kids are still out and free.
Yeah.
So running the street. So a lot of the kids thinking they're gonna come back to the bus and get the guy, or the bus driver doesn't want to return. Yeah. So it's kind of like they like, okay, well, if these 14-year-olds are able to do this, what other stuff are they able to do in the future? And honestly, like a gun jam, that's an easy fix. Like you just
you don't even say.
Oh, okay. But y'all
don't give them ideas.
I mean, I know what it is. It just listen. It might take about 4 seconds to do that, but I mean, seriously, like 4 or 5 seconds, a gun jam's fixed. Here's the thing, though. Why are people so afraid? At any given time, on any bus, in any place in the U.S. ever, or in the world where there's a bus, this can happen. This happened once on one bus out of all of the buses that exist on the planet, and you're worried? Stop.
The thing is, these are kids, though.
Listen. If your parenting skills were worth a goddamn, this wouldn't be a problem, now would it?
That's kind of what we were talking about.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier.
Are worth a damn. I didn't do it.
See, again, why you gotta make this personal? I'm not talking about you, lady. Okay? Your kid is not in this mix. So you're clearly doing okay. All right?
Why you gotta call me lady?
You yelled at me like you didn't know me. Beautifully animated. You yelled at me like you didn't even know me. I was like, oh, excuse me. My bad.
Oh my goodness.
Well, listen, Linda, okay? Your kid ain't out there getting beat up. So clearly you're doing a good job. Clearly we're not talking about you. Yeah.
Hey.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, what's up, black man?
Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen?
Hey, what's
How
going
you
on?
doing?
Hey, you
Go
heard the
away.
story. What's your take on it?
So hold on, say it again, brother. I was interrupted by Mandrea. What you say?
I say, did you hear the story about the bus driver? What happened on the bus?
No, I didn't. Enlighten me.
Yeah, we can play it again. Let's play it.
Yeah, play it again.
No, wait, y'all didn't play the video for me. What's up with that? How come I didn't get the video played? Y'all just this is messed up, man. Hold up. Clearly.
Mandrea, you were breaking
up.
Mandrea, you were breaking up. You out of town. That Cricket Wireless is showing itself. So
no, it's not. This is for bro. This is Fort Bragg's Wi-Fi. Okay, this is Fort Bragg. Let's blame the government.
Well,
anyway, you're right. It's not. It really is nothing to brag about.
Oh, you got to give the brother a veteran's discount.
But here's the thing. I'm filing an official complaint. And for him of all people, you play the video for him, and then me nothing. Listen, this is messed up. How y'all gonna make me look bad in front of everybody like this?
Man, God favor me.
It's just an example of a married couple that I'm supposed to follow and take advice from. You treat me like, see. All right, I'm gonna leave it alone. I'll let y'all yell at you two later.
But you know what? Though? I just want to say this for sure, Mandrea.
I just want to say this, dude. Congratulations, man. Mandrell is out of town this weekend. He did get picked to be the next what was it? The next stripper, something like dancer. So he's gonna be on the stripper. Yeah, he's the stripper of the metropolitan area. So he.
You want to know something though? You want to know something though, bro? When I was stationed here, there were strip clubs out here like McDonald's. I'm riding around here now. I haven't seen one. I haven't seen one out here. Like for real.
What?
Yeah,
What,
like
shut down, tore down. What happened?
Yeah, no,
I don't know.
Nobody want to go see strippers that got shot, bullet wounds, cut, all that stuff. But anyway, go ahead and play the video. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Nobody wants to
I
see
wanted
that.
to address this comment because I think the same thing. Any kid being threatened with a gun does not always reflect parenting. It has a big impact, but I don't believe that. Because let's say, for example, there's kids out here that was raised right, but guess what? These kids have their own mind. They have their own way of thinking. They could choose to do what we're telling them, or they could choose the opposite. So it is what it is. People are who they are, and that's just how it goes. That's just what I feel as well. But we could play the clip.
This one right.
Here in Maryland is shaken up.
Oh shoot!
You gotta let me see.
Terrifying attack on a school bus happened late Monday afternoon when a bus carrying students. A teenager in Maryland is shaken up after a terrifying attack on a school bus. Happened late Monday afternoon when a bus carrying students home from an alternative middle school stopped at a stop sign. A girl got off, but 3 others rushed on board. The bus driver said she saw the suspects try to shoot the boy in the head. Investigators say at that point, one of the suspects then pointed a gun at the boy's chest and pulled the trigger, but the gun jammed.
This was an attempted murder. Plain and simple. Let's call it what it is. Pulled the trigger 3 times, but for some reason, by the grace of God, the gun didn't go off, and bullets flew out of the gun.
The bus union president says the driver is terrified to return to work. She's afraid the suspects will remember the bus number and try to retaliate against her. There are no arrests at this point in the case.
Oh, alternative school. That says it all.
So basically,
No, it doesn't. All this is that listen, you can't blame the parents for this one. You really can't. Those kids are too far gone. They're too far gone. You can't really blame the parents.
Whoa, Mandrell. Whoa.
Are you talking about the kids who committed the act?
Where they send problem kids.
You started out by saying
No. Here's the thing. You can't blame the kids who you can't blame the kids who squeeze the trigger because they after that little boy for a reason. He ain't innocent either. He is not innocent.
Hold on, Mandrell.
I said the same thing.
Now let me say this, guys. I'm gonna add because we're parents. I'm a parent, right? My son, my oldest boy is 15. Mandrell.
Are you on a racetrack or something? Jeez.
Damn, this is your theme music. But anyway, so my son's 15. He had a fight at the school, right? He got off the bus. Some little boy, they had a disagreement on the football field, some crazy. And so he had a fight. My son, he came up and swinging on my son. Now, the only reason I know my son didn't start it because they showed us the video when my wife and I went to the school. They showed us how it started. My son gets off the bus and he run right up on my son. And so my son, of course, he's been taught by his daddy, don't start a fight, but you definitely end it. You give him everything you got. All right. Yeah. And so he can learn. He need to learn. So my son did what he did. The little boy slipped down. My son proceeded to just beat him up. And after the next day, he told everybody, when I come to school tomorrow, I'm going to shoot Jabari.
Your son name is Jabari?
Yes. He said, I'm going to shoot Jabari.
Yes, what happened?
And so the kids thought it was funny. But my daughter, who is 14, heard the rumor and said, Mama, that boy said he's going to come to school tomorrow and shoot Jabari. So the school gets contacted, blah, blah, blah. Guess what happens? The next day, once we tell the school what happens, the next day he comes through the school, tries to avoid the metal detector. They check his book bag. Gun was in the bag.
Wow.
Okay.
So today, what I'm saying today is that these kids, they don't know how to take L's.
Right.
Back in the day, we fight, we get up, we cool in a couple of weeks. But now, today, kids don't want to take L's. When they take an L, it's embarrassing to them. They're more stressed out. They're more depressed. They're not built for the fight. So once they lose, in order to get their respect back, they want to shoot you.
You know why though, right?
Oh
You know
yeah.
why?
Oh yeah.
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know
let you.
about this kid, but I hate to say this, and it's gonna sound sexist because their mothers can't take L's either.
Exactly. And the young man got expelled from the school. He can't come back. Right. He's done for the year. And so, but thank God my daughter could speak up and say something.
Yeah.
You know, or my daughter say, you know, hey mama, everybody else think it's a joke, but it really ain't. And this just happened a couple of weeks ago. Right.
Wow.
And so I'm thinking to myself, what if he would have gotten to the school around those metal detectors and went shot my son?
It would have been another case. Basically, everything that we're hearing. I have a question though. So with stuff like that, what this could happen to anybody. What do you do? Because I know the kid is not in school, but the kid is around. So do you still let your kid go to school? Like, how do you handle that?
So what they do is my son gets, dropped off every morning because the school is right in my school. The school that my kids attend is probably 5 miles away from my house. So he gets dropped. His mom drops him off every day. What they're doing now, they've upped the security at the schools, not just for my son, because they've had several cases at the school where people are trying to, we've gotten many, that's why we're moving our children out of the school system. But hey, all the school systems in Texas right now are crazy. There's a shooting, somebody got a gun, knife every day, even at the good schools. So even at the schools that, that you would never think to have those issues, they have them, right? People don't know how to take
I had
L's.
a knife on me in high school.
Right, exactly. So my son, he's protected or whatever, and my son has this mentality, daddy, like you told me to defend myself, blah blah blah. And I say, yeah, I did tell you to defend yourself. You didn't start it. I'm not mad at you. But they upped the security. Now they had one security guard watching half the school. I think now they're up to like 12, 13, 14, 2 at each door, one by the office, one monitoring the halls.
Yep.
Right.
That's how my school was.
Right. So now you got to up the ante. I'm like, damn, this was a good school when we moved over here. Like, what happened? And now next year, my wife said, no, they out of there. My wife said, I don't give a damn if we got to drive an hour outside of where we live. Our kids are not going to that school next year. So I said, okay, baby, well, we'll look for another school. But I told her, baby, even in Texas right now, if you look at the news, we have some very prominent schools that have great graduation rates. They're doing great. And every day, somebody got a knife, somebody got a gun, breaking news, kid gets caught at the door with a gun. Like, especially on white boys, they come to school with the guns in their book bags. It's just bad. It's bad. It's bad. Yeah. These kids cannot take L's.
Yeah, you're not running away from that. There's going to be problems with that these days anyway, no matter where you go. So
and I want to say this, and I want to land my plane. And even the school that was in Texas, do y'all remember that me and Mandrell was talking about this a few weeks ago? When the school in Texas where the gunman went in the school and you can hear the kids screaming, getting shot, they wouldn't let the parents go in and the police officers wouldn't go in either.
Yeah,
and everybody sat outside and listened to those babies get shot up. The police.
But heads are still rolling over that though. Heads are still rolling.
Arpain, you know what I'm talking about, Arpain?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, the police officers, they got video of the police officers sitting outside in full gear, listening to those babies be slaughtered in that school.
No, how many was taken?
So they didn't.
That was a lot. It was a lot of them.
It was a lot of kids. I think like 18 to 19 kids or some crazy shit.
Yeah, it was like the Border Patrol or somebody just said, "Listen, I don't give a shit about your protocols. I'm going in." But they couldn't take it anymore, and all of the local cops were counting. They were just making a business decision. That's what they were doing. They were listening. Let me just say this: I think there was a racial component because a lot of those kids were Spanish, and those white cops saying,
I'm not going to saving the Mexicans.
I'm not going to save these guys.
But you know what else?
Sometimes you gotta break the rules. Like sometimes you gotta go against orders. Like
exactly. And you know what? Some of those parents were listening to those gunshots. They were charging into the school, and they told the parents, "Make another step, you will be arrested." They had to fight those parents.
I got into an argument with Nathan Daly about this. Nathan Daly and I got into a really good back and forth about this. I said, "Okay, Nathan, here's the thing. It's the Border Patrol's job to protect the border, right? Yeah. Right. It's the police officer's job to protect the innocent from being murdered, right? Yeah. So why did they sit their happy asses outside and the Border Patrol go in and save the kids? This is the opposite. The school is not on the border. I said cops are worthless, and you prove it every day.
Right.
Unfortunately, we need somebody in a uniform and a gun to make it look like putting forth an effort to protect the innocent, but the populace is largely responsible for their own safety and welfare. Like, look at what you guys are describing with these schools. Like, I don't have any kids. I'd love to have at least one. Love to, but
you got to tell us what was his answer. What was Nathan's answer?
He didn't have an answer for that. I beat Nathan in debates all the time. Okay. So
there is no answer.
The thing is, like, look at this situation that you guys are describing with the kids in school, man. I mean, that's not easy to deal with because we all remember what it was like in school. It wasn't this bad, and to hear what kids have to go into schools and worry about today. How do you send them to school like that? Like, how are they supposed to learn?
Let me say this to you, Mandrell.
Like, seriously, how are they supposed to learn when they got to worry about this?
Exactly. And Mandrell knows me personally. I'm going to tell you something, guys. If I'm at home, working from home or in the office, and someone sends me something or I see breaking news that there's a gunman in my child's school and the police officers are not entering the building to save my babies, hey, listen, when I pull up, Mandrell know this. When I pull up, I'm taking them with me. We all going. I'm going to get my babies. I'm coming. I'm gonna have the AR pointed right at the door. Anybody get in my way, it's over. I'm going to get my babies.
No.
You're not going to stop me from getting mine. I'm gonna tell you.
No, black man. The thing is, we now know how they move, right?
Absolutely.
There is no stopping. I'm continuing the vehicle into the school.
Yeah, exactly.
Hold on, no, you don't want to do that. Listen, the doors are usually made of steel. No, the doors are usually made of reinforced steel. The whole door frame is made of steel. You don't want to
run through the gate.
I mean, but you don't
take out a gate. I'm taking out a gate.
But hold on. A gate isn't used. Those gates are usually made out of wrought iron. So let's think about what we're doing here.
I've taken a gate out.
A wrought iron gate.
Hey, you are crazy.
Wait. The thing is, look, she didn't go too much further than that either.
As
a gate.
Right. As a parent, bro, you don't know what you would do.
1982 Buick Regal. I took out a whole gate.
You took out a gate with a Buick? Okay, now your story was believable until you said that. You didn't do that with a Buick. It's like saying you drove cross country in a Plymouth.
You could call my mama, ask her.
So let me hold on. Let me ask this question real quick, guys. Let me ask this question. Lady Di and James, what do you think we should do as parents? Do you think that what do you think the school should do? Because do they need to have some type of ex-military presence in the school? Anything like?
I can tell you what my school did, because I was in a bad neighborhood too as well. I was for my whole life. So we had metal detectors every day.
The kids had to wear see-through, clear, transparent bags.
Yeah, we had like a clear book bag. You either had a clear book bag or it was a mesh book bag. You only can wear certain colors. It was like either white or blue shirt, and then black pants, and then the shoes had to be one solid color, black or white. So no gang violence. We had security guards that walked around the school.
How long ago was this?
This was, man, I graduated in 08, man.
Okay. That explains everything.
Yeah.
That explains everything. Got it. That explains, because you had me twisted with that story. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
And you grew up in Beeham too? You grew up in Beeham too? I was like, no,
this was 2008.
Not. But you said 2008. I'm like, oh, that explains everything.
Man, you graduated in 75?
Fuck off, man. No, I graduated in 96.
Damn.
You older than me. Damn. I graduated 2002.
Listen, man, you guys gotta stop this age shit, because I graduated in 76, okay?
Hey,
wow.
You get a pass, Arpain. You get a pass. You the elder on here.
Let me tell you this, though. On your question, I think that, and I did the numbers, based on our budget, the United States government from the federal level could put two arms. Actually, it could create another industry by putting at least two heavily armed and trained people in every school in the United States for less than 3% of the national budget.
Mm.
And I did the numbers. Actually, I put that on my 50 subscribers site, but it's really descriptive. I put like a legislation. I actually sent it to a couple of senators, by the way.
You should. Wow. Continue,
I said, here's my plan. I call it the School Protection Act.
Mm.
And I put it out there. And, I'm just, listen, when you're retired, you got a lot of shit on your hands, so I can do shit.
Okay.
But go ahead.
No, I was just putting this question out there for everybody, whatever. What I don't understand is with Black Man, your son's situation, why would you take that as a joke and not believe it with all the school shootings that have happened?
Well, I'm not going to put it on.
I don't understand.
The teachers didn't take it as a joke. I think the kids took it as a joke, like, "Oh man, you ain't got no gun." Like how kids act, right?
Oh,
right. It wasn't the teachers or anything like that. I'm not gonna put it on the teachers or the principal or anything like that. They weren't told about it until my wife made the call and said, "Hey, listen, this is something you need to look into." This young man is saying that he's going to bring a gun to school, so they took it very serious, right? And they had people sitting at every door waiting on this young man. They had a picture of the young man, what he looked like, his name, everything. And so he came in. That's how they got him.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Here's my question. Yeah, fair enough. Here's my question. Now, when his parents found out what he had done, how did they respond?
I don't know, because they expelled him and nobody's seen him since. So I don't know. I don't know what the parents did. I don't know any of that.
Wait, you ain't called the boy parents?
I ain't had no contact information, but man, Joe, I'll go through a front door in a minute.
So you ain't got to do all that.
No, I didn't have to do all that. I'm just saying I didn't know the parents. They said we can't give the information of the kid to you, to you.
What would he do if he talked to the parents? What would he say to their parents? There's no conversation allowed.
There is conversation to be had. What are you talking about?
No, between Black Man and their parents. What's he gonna say?
Yes. What do you mean? What's he gonna say?
What would you say,
okay.
What would you say?
Okay, I'd ask him, hey, you're aware of the situation, right? Okay, how do you plan on resolving it, or what do you plan on doing about it? I find that information. Then I try to talk to them and find out what's going on with our boys to push them to that point, so we can solve for that, and we can get into teaching both of them how to take L's. Sometimes you lose some, sometimes you win some.
Exactly.
But everybody walk away and go home.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
That's how you solve for that. I mean, you know what I'm saying? The whole thing, it takes a village. That's true. It depends on how you do it, though.
Listen, I hear that. It sounds good, right? But as far as I'm concerned, I'm not saying you're wrong, because it could be true that might be the outcome. But talking to their parents, my first thing would be, how come your son is so off kilter that he would take a gun to school to kill somebody? So I would look at that.
Could be, yeah, I get it, but that could have been anything. And let's say that he comes from a household that's underprivileged, right?
Right.
And his parents don't have many opportunities, which means he's not going to have many as a kid growing up until he makes some on his own as an adult. Okay, won't you try to help that family out in any way you can?
Yes.
If they're willing to accept your help. You know what I'm saying?
Or
that's one way we can do it.
You go, Payne. Or
that's right.
What if you walk up to the parent or talk to the parent? He be like, "Hey, nigga, what the fuck you gonna chuck my son for, nigga?" Exactly. That's what we run, because that's what we running into now. You run into dudes that will challenge you. Hey, bruh, don't come to my son. Your son shouldn't put his fucking hand on my son, nigga. I don't even want to talk about it now. There's a whole bunch of them dudes.
Yeah.
Right, and a whole bunch of them mamas too. Them mamas too. You leave my damn son alone. My son going through a lot. If your son wouldn't have put hands on him, he wouldn't have brought the gun. They're gonna put everything back on your kid.
Yeah. Here's the thing. No, here's the thing. When it comes to that, this is what I'm trying to teach you, Black Man, but you're so goddamn hard-headed. Listen, people, if you want a mentee and you're not a 100% grade A professional and have absolute confidence in your skills of mentoring somebody, do not pick up Black Man Unfiltered. Holy shit. Do not mentor Black Man Unfiltered. Holy shit. Oh my God.
Hey man,
bro.
I want to. We gotta let
what did you do?
But Lady
Oh
Nina
my
and James,
God.
the only reason he's saying this about me is because I'm very, very protective of my family, wife, and my kids.
There's nothing wrong with that. That's
you
not
can
the
talk
issue.
about me. You can say what you want to say about me. But when it comes
That's
to
not the
threatening my
issue.
wife or saying something to my kids, I'm coming. I'm coming hard.
Well, I
Not the problem.
So
Not the problem.
I found the school. So the kids that me and James have together, they're young, under the age of 5, right? So I was like, let's change something up. So I found a school. It's a school where they have a classroom to help them learn how to deal with their emotions. So when they get into a fight, or not a fight, sorry, when they get into like some type of situation where they're disagreeing, they teach them how to deal with disagreements. They teach them how to deal with resolving the disagreement. They teach them how to not overly make decisions where it's going to cost their life or anything where it could change up what's going on that's going to, not be in their advantage. And they're doing this from ages 5 all the way up to, I think the oldest is 12. So they're teaching them young. So this school, actually, it took a while for my child to get in. He did get accepted a month ago, so I was happy for that. It was like college, tuition free. It's a private school.
Congratulations to him.
Thank you. They set it up like a college. Like I had to go through this whole application process where they had to do a 2-hour assessment, all of that to make sure that the kid was the right fit.
And they had to talk to the parents too.
We had a 1-hour interview. But the great thing about the school is they take all kids. Like the school is like in the hood, right? Supposedly, it's in a hood or like a space where it's more hood, where there's more people who don't have as much income. So the lower income class. So the school was made to help people that's in these spaces, like the guy that was trying to shoot the kid on the bus that we were talking about, is to help kids like that. Because that's the problem. It's most of the kids in those spaces are shooting each other every day. So they're trying to stop the cause of it. So they want to help everybody. So this school was important to me because I'm like, if I put my kid in school and we're in this area that we live in now, there's more opportunity. I was like, I'm going to have to find a school that's going to help them with their emotions since everybody's getting angry, wanting to kill somebody. So I don't know. I don't know if it's going to work. I'm still kind of scared because all of these stories, I'm like, should I let him go to school or should I homeschool them? So he is accepted. He will be starting. But hearing these stories, especially with Black men, that kind of is like scary. I don't know what to do.
But one of the
every time my kids walk out the house, every time my kids and as a whole, even the schools, because my middle school kids, they're not in the same school, of course. So my my twins, they're in middle school. My baby boy, he's in the elementary school. And then I got my 2 oldest that are in high school. So even just going to just every day they leave the house, I'm thinking to myself, Lord, I pray every day, Lord, please protect my babies. Because if I were to just get that call like these other parents getting and saying, hey, your baby was shot today, your baby didn't make it, I would just lose it. I wouldn't know how to survive without my babies. And it would be real.
Oh, yeah, you would. Yeah, you would. Yeah, you would.
No, man.
Yeah, you would. You listen. What you would?
Exactly.
There you go. He'll survive. He wouldn't. Hold on. You wouldn't want to.
Right.
But you would.
Yeah.
And plus, you got me, so I'm not gonna allow you to die. You stupid fuck.
Oh, I love him to death. I love him, Lord, but just tripping right now while he walks.
But it's funny because you do wrestle with that. You wrestle with the issue of the vaccines that they require your kids to take before they get into school, whether you're going to do it or not. Some people have to wrestle with that. I did. But my kids went to Christian school, which may or may not have been better because I'm paying all this property taxes for the
that was way worse. That was way worse. Way worse. You sent them to Christian school.
Well.
That's probably the problem.
Let me finish this.
That's probably the problem, low key.
Well, hold on for a second. The only reason why I did send them to Christian school, and I'm going to just say this, is because I was raised and born a Catholic, but I'm not a real big religious guy in church and all that. A lot of that stuff is man-made crap.
Yeah,
but I didn't want to stand in front of my kids and them making their choice for their religious background because of me. right? So I gave them free choice. So my wife is really into the church and stuff like that. And I call myself, everybody who defaults from the religion calls themselves spiritual, and I'm one of them. Because I tell my wife all the time, you go to church, but I think I'm more spiritual than you are. And we go back and forth. I mean, I got my Bible. I read it every so often, only because I try to find corollaries in the secular world. And there's a lot of them, right? So there's some teaching stuff in the Bible that you could apply to everyday life. Everybody knows that. And so when I talk to people, I talk to them from that secular level. And if they're all godlike, I said, well, you can go to the Bible and get, Jesus Christ to do their Semini Demni over the shit, and you'll be all right. So, so I'm one of those kinds of, my kids went through, they were millennials, so they were born in the 90s. They went through the 2000s, and they grew up. So they had some of the same things everybody else had. And I had to think on what I would do to keep them busy, to keep them occupied, to keep them away. But one of the things, just getting back to the point, I've always made decisions to let them do some of the things that I was afraid for them to do, because they got to live in the real world, whether I'm here or not.
Right.
Like my youngest one had a European tour, with her class. Well, I let her go. My oldest had some other stuff. I said, okay, go ahead and do it. Boy, I'm praying every day. But, I wanted them to understand that my protection only went so far, but I can't protect them from the world, because they got to live out there. And we got to trust them. And even if they're girls, you can only give them what they say, train up a child in the way they shall go, that kind of stuff. That's what I did. When they went to college, I told my oldest daughter, I said, listen, you're probably going to be smashing and shit, but make sure that no matter what this asshole says to you, you make him wear a condom. Because there's some shit that you can't come back from. So I got both of my girls to adulthood, unpregnant, no pregnancies, nothing. Now, what they do now is up to them. But I think I satisfied my requirement.
Yeah.
So that's it. But one, I'm going to land it here.
Okay, go ahead.
And just a little off topic. My problem with my girls is, as a man, as a father, I cover my wife one way, and I cover my daughters the other way. And the reason why I want them to be married, so I can go to sleep at night not worrying about them.
Exactly.
They can have a guy like a James or somebody who they're married to. I said, if he came to me and I handed over the mantle to this dude, now I can say, okay, somebody's at least covering them. Because that's what I had with my father-in-law. That's the kind of
my sister. That's how I feel like about my sister, because I'm ready for her. The same thing. So I can push that off. But Black man, I was gonna say, man, your daughter, man, was very vital in that situation. She saved your son's life, but she also saved other people's life.
Yeah, because there would have been more people that
right.
Yeah, and they changed the system because of that situation, right? You know what I mean? So a lot of times we like to change system when things fail, but she was able to change it before it even failed. So man, kudos to her, man. I like to meet her and shake her hand or something like that.
Yeah. and I want to say this too, because remember when I said you don't want to get that call, Mandrell may be able to this is in Alabama. So they were going to prom. I think this happened during prom. The last year, I think it was, there were 4 children. 2 of them were at the prom, and then they decided to take their younger brother. The older sister decided to take the younger brother to prom, and then the older brother decided to take his younger sister. All 4 of them went to the prom together. So they were riding in the car. A drunk driver came up the wrong way, hit the car, took all 4 of the kids out at one time. All of them died in one night. This mother and father lost all their babies in one night. And guess what? The drunk driver walked away.
Yeah, of course.
He wouldn't, if those were my kids, he would not be walking away. He would not be doing
so the lady put up everybody's like really like trying to pour into these people. Like you see their family photos, and she posts them online, and she put music behind it, and she said, "Missing my babies," and she shows them right before prom, the pictures they took, She showed how they went shopping for dresses and tuxedos, and she showed the babies when they were infants and when they were growing up. These kids were 16, 17, 13, and 13 and 14, I think. And she lost she had 4 kids. Her and her husband had 4 kids. They lost all their babies in one night. The officer came to the door and said, "We've had a tragic accident, and all 4 of your children passed away in the accident." That right there, that's what you just don't want to hear, because your kids are doing the right thing. They're driving safe. They're driving the speed limit. Some asshole that's over the drinking limit comes down the highway doing 85, 90, hits them head on and kills all 4 of them.
Yep. That's what we was talking about earlier. I was telling people, man, honestly, I don't really see any like pluses for drinking, and because of this type of situations, man, because like it's like you don't want to never be in no situation like that. Like you taking 4 people out this world,
and they was doing good by having them as each other's date instead of having
exactly
a boyfriend or whoever. So that seems to be their mind is right, and that's a sad story.
Yeah, why do we drink? Right, because you hear a lot of females, a lot of girls out there that work under me at my job. They be like, "Oh, I'm gonna go get tore up this weekend," and I'm always saying, "Y'all need to get a designated driver." And one of the girls always say, "I don't need no designated driver. I can hold my liquor." No, you're gonna kill somebody, you dumbass. She's like, "I can hold my liquor," and she come to work, car got a dent on the side of it, ran into a fire hydrant and shit. You're stupid. And I say, God is giving you warnings right now, saying, "Hey, girl, you need to slow down." Because the next thing is not going to be a fire hydrant. It's going to be a person or another car. And you're going to live and you're going to take somebody's mama out, auntie, kid. So you need to stop drinking and driving. They don't care. These younger women, these girls in their 20s, 28, 26, they don't care. They drink and drive like it ain't nothing. I don't get it, bro. I don't see the benefits of drinking. I'm 39, guys. I've never had a taste of liquor in my life.
Oh, I was just saying that was James. James never drank either.
I've never drank.
You missing out. You missing out.
Because I single-handedly kept Captain Morgan in business.
I heard it stunt your growth, so it says a lot about you, man, Dre.
Oh my goodness!
Listen, bro, I ain't that short. Number one.
Hey, you and my son the same height though. My 11-year-old.
No, we're not.
Okay,
JJ is so small.
Hey, you gonna make me see this picture later down. You keep on. I'm gonna see this picture.
Okay, I'll tell you what. That shows how weak he is. If we were the same height, he can't move me 2 inches.
Oh man, that's
so weak.
Nah, but I've seen my aunts and my cousin. It's like I've seen basically parents and how they are they've lost their kid because that's in the wrong order. The parents are supposed to go for the kids, not the other way around. And they're never the same.
Absolutely. It's tough.
They get better, but they're never the same.
Yeah, I don't even know what I mean.
But I just went through that myself with one of my cousins. I mean, it's just one of those like sad things. You don't want to go down that path. But one of the things our family did, since we have like a lot of family reunions, we went down to where he lived at. One of my cousins, he's dying of stomach cancer, and he was still alive. But the family had a reunion down there to visit him, a surprise visit while he was still alive. And we had a whole celebration about his life, and he was pretty popular. And then, so we went down there, we hung out with him, did a whole bunch of things for the weekend. And 3 weeks later, he passed away, and then everybody went back for the funeral. But we celebrated his life while he was still alive, and we let him know what he meant to us, So that was a good thing. And one of the things in our family that I think it's not unique, but it's nice to have. We trace our generational on the paternal side, my paternal side, from my grandmother and grandfather, they were in the greatest generation. From them until now, 7 generations. It's like 200.
According to whom?
Huh? Well, whoever called that the 1909, 1901 to whatever. They called it.
That was the greatest generation where black people had no freedoms. They could rape your wives for free, and they could just do whatever they want to niggas. I mean, the greatest generation of all time, people.
No, listen. You know what? I can't dispute that. But my grandfather and grandmother came to America, and they were able to build
with 3 cents in their pockets and a loaf of bread in their hands. And with that 3 cents in their pocket and a loaf of bread, they built an empire half the size of Canada, where they sleep on $100 bills every night. They smoke $100 bills. They smoke $100 bills. Okay. They have this huge. They came over here with nothing, and they have this huge life of affluence and everything. And we, who were born and raised here, can't do that. Is that one of this story? One of those stories?
My goodness.
Well, first of all, since you shitting on my genealogy, let me just.
I'm not shitting on. I'm not. Come on, man. Now look, you've heard people say that all the time. You've heard it just like we have.
Listen,
people have that story, man.
that somehow their genes produced a guy like me, who worked for 30-something years for the federal government, put my kids through school. I'm retired now, and there's a whole bunch of and I work for the Department of Defense, and I believe that with all the bad shit that was going on, that there's a whole bunch of soldiers alive because of some of the shit that we did where I was in charge of. So whatever remark I made, that's how I feel, whether you like military or not. They had relatives got married in Hawaii. We got all kinds of stuff in our family, and it was because of 2 people who were just a piece of seed because they have a genealogy themselves, right? So there's 200 or something of us in 7 generations that I track because most of us, all the way down to the baby boomers, are still alive. So we could capture this stuff as accurately as we can. And my job is to find an apprentice and a couple of my cousins who are younger than me, who are going to outlive me. So 50 years from now, they can, whatever the technology is, they can pull it up and they can go back and see, for our line, here's 2 people who did something. Now there's 500 of us and it's 10 generations. I don't know how powerful that might be, but I know it's better than nothing.
Yeah.
Be able to track that without doing any effort. I have the tree and I look at it all the time and say, wow, to me, it warms me because when I retired, that's what I want. One of the things I wanted to do. So every time somebody's born or somebody dies, I put it on the tree. And whether they're still together with the woman or the man or not, if they have a kid in the genealogy, their name still goes on the tree because you want to know who the parents are. So, there's something to do, but it gives me a perspective of life because the way the Black community has degenerated, that happened in my family too. Because after the baby boomers, almost nobody's married. And all the kids that were born in our family after 1980, 1990, nobody went unfed, nobody went uneducated, nobody went homeless. But that safety net of parents who had couples and marriage is dying off. So if they expect the millennials and Gen Z to do the same thing, they got another thing coming. And I'm the one guy telling them, you got another thing coming. You're going to be on social services. You're not going to be able to continue your life if you have a kid out of wedlock. So I'm the one guy who promotes marriage in our family, and I did a lot of shit for that. But I still do it. You got a kid with this chick? You love her? First take a paternity test. And then first take a paternity test. And then you know what? If she's cool and you're cool, get married. You know what? If you got a lot of means, get a prenup.
Yeah.
So I'm one of those kind of guys. I'm an advocate for marriage. It's not easy being an advocate.
It's not. Yeah. That's good. That's a great job. I like that for real.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Y'all, this was a great end of a show. Y'all definitely insightful. I love the story.
Why are we ending the show?
Before I forget.
Man.
Look, hold on. Here. First of all, listen, everyone on this panel, stop acting like you got something else better to do tonight. Because if that was the case, you wouldn't be on this panel. Okay, it's 11:25 Eastern. All right, you got nothing else to do the rest of the night. So come on, please.
It's 12:25 over here.
It's 12:25 Eastern, 11:25 Central, dumbass.
Let me tell you, our kids wake up.
You know what the crazy part is? You know what the crazy part is? My watch has been connected to Wi-Fi and the whole nine. It has not changed.
Yeah, hell no, because you went and bought that damn.
It's supposed to be a smartwatch.
Yeah, you went and bought that damn Yeti watch.
Yeah, yeah. No, you're right, because my phone has changed. It is 12. It is after midnight here. But listen, I got to tell you,
we have a 1-year-old. There's no way, like.
Right. Thank you, Lady Di.
Listen, Lady Di. Listen. Okay, that's your job. The husband can stay. He ain't got nothing else to do. He's supposed to make. He's supposed to make you.
Nah,
he's supposed to make you do all
He
that.
be waking me up too.
Oh my goodness.
He beats the little
Well,
bad.
you should tell. Listen, you should tell him to go sleep in another room.
You know what, Lady Di? I'm gonna say this. Because
Doesn't the husband? Wait, Black man. Doesn't the husband dictate terms in the house? That's what y'all telling me. Listen, this is what these guys are telling me about marriage, and they're like, "See, Mandrell, that's why you're not married yet. You know, you gotta find a nice woman." And I know that part. I mean, help me out with that. Let's start there first. No. See, you have to dictate terms. So I'm not supposed to work with her through things. No. You supposed to. I'm like, this doesn't sound like good advice.
Mandrell,
You know what I'm saying?
I got you in training already. I got you in training.
But then I look at Black man on Filter, and I'm like, bruh, how did you get like 39 children and a wife? You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, but you're as volatile as an active volcano. I don't understand it. Like, you'll go from cool to supernova in the blink of an eye. I don't, and I'm mentoring this clown through all that, people. Keep in mind, okay? This is why I still take a shot every now and again. So you guys can't take the alcohol away from me. You can't. I drink because of him.
Listen, man, Lady Di, I'm gonna say this before. I know you're trying to shut the show down, man. I want to shut the hell up. Listen, you know what? I think that what you guys, I want to give you your flowers. I think what you guys are doing is amazing. I think it is a blessing, and this is all jokes aside, guys. It is a blessing to see a husband and wife get on camera and talk about marriage, talk about family, talk about life, and then invite other people who are married and people who are looking to be married, giving them the advice. And also, I want to say as well, thank you guys for coming over and sharing that with other platforms as well, because most people won't do that. Most people I got my own fit, right? So I'm glad that you guys not only do it here, but I see you on other panels. I see you on other shows. Lady Di, I see you in that hornet's nest over there trying to teach these women how to be, right? I'm watching. I'm always supporting you guys, right? And I see you in that hornet's nest and you trying to tell them, and they just, all of them look like they just drunk on jungle juice. But you still try your best to try to help them. And so I just want to say I appreciate you and James for what you guys are doing seriously. And on Tuesday, I already sent it out. Not yet, but I would love to have you guys Tuesday because we're talking about sexless marriage. So if you guys are not busy on Tuesday, I would love to have you guys over to talk about sexless marriage. Our pain will be there as well.
And one thing I want to tell to Mandrell, one of the things that you draw the line with your wife when you have young kids. If she wants you to put on the fake titties and so you can milk her, that's the you draw the line. You can say, listen, put something in the bottle, I'll do that. But don't ask me to put the fake jugs on.
But Mandrell too forceful though. He be in there cussing at the baby. Suck the damn titty.
No, I would not. No, I would not. You know what? A lot of people have that impression of me, man. And like black men will tell you, they couldn't be further from the truth.
No, man, he's a good guy. He just puts on this facade.
Let me just say this. I'm gonna shut up. Getting up in the middle of the night when the kid's crying, your wife's there, and you give her a little break and you get up. Let me tell you, you do that a few times, you start to cherish that because you'll know it's only a passing thing. You'll never get it back. But if you do it, there's something that nobody could ever take away from you because you was up in the middle of the night with your little kid looking at him crying like a banshee, but you handled it. And there's no other feeling other than that. I'm telling you.
Yeah. And you know what? And try to do it with twins. Yeah. When you change one, I say, oh baby, I know I gotta be at work at 6 a.m. No problem. I gotta get you some sleep, girl. I got
That's the reward. Let me tell you what the reward is.
Man.
Let me tell you that your wife, you filled up her piggy bank so much those couple of nights you could mess up for like 8 weeks, and you won't spend all those coins you did because you got up. Listen. All I'm just trying to say is you got to make sure that you do your part, no matter if you're both working or not. That's it. That's all men got to do. It has nothing to do with tradition and all that other bullshit we talk about. You got kids, they're yours as much as they're hers. Matter of fact, they're more yours than hers. Because our egg was just sitting there ready to go to powder, and you changed that shit by doing the thing. But anyway.
I was going to add too.
Yeah, go
I was
ahead.
going to add to that. I was going to say, man, because you got to protect your woman's mental health.
So
every day she's waking up and doing all that stuff. Eventually, she's going to be going crazy and stuff like that, right? So sometimes you got to tell her, like, hey, go get some rest. Just like you said, man. Yep. Yeah.
I got it. Yep. Well, that's all, man. There you go. That's how you get a 36-year-old marriage.
Man, thank you, Lady Di and James. Man, I appreciate everything y'all do for real.
Hey, man, appreciate it, man.
Y'all too.
Yeah.
Lady Di.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
You was kind of questioning whether you should let your kids go to the special school.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah. No, I say that because I wish there was a school like that for me. Like temperament, short tempers and short fuses and all that stuff is hereditary in my family. And growing up after my first blackout, my parents, especially my dad, was always be saying, control your temper, control your temper, control your temper. But no one taught me how to.
Right.
Exactly. Like, how am I supposed to do this? You don't show me how to do it.
Right. Exactly. I hear that. Like,
so, yeah.
Thank you for answering that, because I'm like, what do I do? But you know,
yeah, I can speak from experience. That would have been awesome.
Yes, we learned from my stepson, his child. We learned from that when you start off kids, you know, you could put them in a public school all you want to, but understand that every child is different. So we have 4. So I can't expect them to be like how I was. I wasn't a follower at all. James wasn't even one for his space. We did have faults, of course, but I'm saying, like, we didn't lead by, we didn't follow people in their foolishness. So we was able to be saved by some stuff. But there's kids today that are weak in that area. So I can't expect my kids to be so strong mentally and go out, you know, starting off in the world and just know how to handle situations. So I think that's a risk. I do have all boys. We already know how that is in this society, and they're black. So I was like, you know what, we're gonna have to change it up. It is it's an all boys school. It's a private school, and it is religion based, but they don't like stone it onto them. It's kind of like, this is what we do. We do have this class. Okay. But yeah, I think it will work out. Because that class sold me. I've never seen a school even have that class. So to answer the question, I think Black Man asked, you know, I believe, of course, having the security, but then having a class that is teaching people how to deal with their emotions. It's all about emotions. These people are coming shooting up people because they mad at with something that happened to them and everything in between. So we need to learn how to have a healthy mental space and just live life. And then we shouldn't have to worry about who is going to come after me because I did this. It shouldn't be that way. So that's the resolution for me, is to teach young people how to deal with their emotions. So
yeah.
Can I say this real quick? I want to say this because this has to do with marriage. Does everybody know who Teresa Randall is? Correct. I'll let you know who she is. If you ever seen the movie with Martin Lawrence and Will Smith called Bad Boys, correct?
Oh, yeah.
Teresa Randall is the woman that plays Martin's wife.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Right? Y'all see what has happened to her, correct? She has fallen off. She's on the street sitting in a walker. She's talking out her head. Like, she's just out of there, like really, really bad. But I feel bad for her, and I'm praying for her, and hopefully her family can get her, because her publicist said she don't have no phone. Her funds are completely exhausted. She don't have no working email. She just out, just walking around with the little walker that you walk with and you sit down on it. She's just walking around on one of those, and she's just saying all kind of crazy stuff. Now, somebody today, the red pill's gonna eat her up. Somebody today played a video of her saying that she didn't want to get married. She's not interested in marriage because marriage is a stronghold on women, blah, 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 blah. But imagine if she had a husband today who can pull her in and say, get her some help, right? Take care of her. Take care of her mental health. Make sure she's good. Make sure she's rested. That woman she needs to be covered right now. She needs to have a man who can cover her right now. And she's uncovered and she has lost her damn little life. And I'm not saying, like I said, I'm not wanting something bad. God, I hope you just get her and cover her and keep her safe. But she's talking out her head. She's sitting in this walk. I'm like, what happened?
Yeah.
Like something mentally just snapped in her brain where she's not the same anymore.
Yeah,
And they just fired her from the Bad Boys. They fired her and they hired old girl from Why Did I Get Married? That was married to Marcus.
Yeah, Smith.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
if
so
she was
bad.
married, she would have never been in that situation.
Exactly, brother. That's what my point was.
Great point.
Yeah,
exactly.
So we got to do a better job at kind of getting people married, kind of getting people more activated. That's why we kind of showing.
I got a question for all you married people.
Yeah,
and I'm so glad like as other like we connected with other married YouTubers and stuff, so we can kind of like show like, yo, you can have a long marriage. We're young, we got people with more experience than us, and you know what I'm saying. You can do it. You can have this. So man, I appreciate y'all coming on the panel, man, and giving the wisdom, great advice. And always, man, you shocked me, Black Man, with that story. That was crazy, man.
Like
So
that was your kid.
Yeah.
I'm glad everything worked out with that situation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm glad they beat up that drill.
I got two questions for all you married people up there. Number one, was it worth it? And number two, what's it like? What's it like to have somebody to wake up to and just know that everything's going to be okay? That person's going to be there tomorrow and the next day and the day after. You know what I'm saying? A person that's going to help you work, that you can work through anything with. What's it like to have somebody like that? To have someone have your back.
Listen,
ultimately, that's the question. What's it like to actually have someone to have your back?
Marriage is like an elevator in New York. It's up and down. It stops on different floors. Some floors you're meant to be on. Some floors you're not meant to be on. Some days you're going to like her and love her so much. And some days you're going to say, please get out this bed. Stop talking to me. Right? You're going to have days you like her, days you don't like her. You're going to have days where she likes you, days she don't like you. Some days she's going to want to punch you in the face, in her head. And some days you're going to want to say, you know what? Just leave. Right? And then there's days where you're going to love her, sit at dinner tables with her, go out with her, be around other people, involve yourself in the community, involve yourself in things you guys have in common. So marriage is just like it's like a blossoming flower. You know how a flower dies when the season's not right? Sometimes marriages go through hard times, but at the end of the day, that root always brings that flower back to its natural state. And so that's what marriage is. That's just my opinion, but I'll let James and Lady Di go as well.
Look at Black Man being all poetic.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
That was good. For me, it's kind of like a safety.
That's a good point.
It's like a safety net. It's like I don't ever have to, as long as we're alive, I don't ever have to like worry too much. I have someone to help us make decisions in life because there's so much that goes on. And you want to try to make the best so your life could be better than the next day. So I like that part of it. What about you, Jim?
Man, honestly, I love it, man. It's so you kind of in this life, right? We have so many challenges in doing different things, getting up and having the motivation to do things, right? So this is like being married. It gives you a motivation. Okay, I got a family to provide for. I got a wife to provide for. It's certain things I got to get done, I get accomplished. I have to put myself on the back burner just to make sure like my family's taken care of. And I know when they get older, I'm gonna put better kids in this world. And when I get older too, as well, I have somebody to help take care of me when I'm in the situation, right? So make sure I treat them right. Make sure all the lessons and different things, and it's showing a level of leadership too as well. In this world, so. It's always ways you can get better as a man, and leadership is always a way we should be striving for. So to produce better kids to this world, to have them as example, and to have people come to me and say, "Wow, you raised some good kids. They're very polite. They like that means the world to me because it's telling me that the job I'm doing is good." So.
Before, okay, so Amandra, your questions have been answered. I have a parenting question, guys. And this is, I normally I can handle this kind of stuff, but this is very light. It's not nothing heavy. Today, my daughter, who is a very much the one that told on the school where she's an animal lover. Good God Almighty. So for Father's Day last year, I got for as a gift 2 Rottweiler puppies, a female and a male, sister and brother. Somehow they contracted parvo and they both passed away within days of each other.
Oh.
Which, yeah, it broke my daughter's heart really bad. She was up all night with those dogs. They were slobbing at the mouth. She was wiping their mouth, just rubbing them. She was devastated. Now today, my daughter come and say, Daddy, I gotta tell you something. I say, okay, what is it? She said, look at this. She had a bucket. This for you, Mandrea, because I know you're a lover. She had a bucket of kittens. And I said, where the hell did you get those kittens from?
Where the hell she get a bucket of them?
She said, Daddy, I was in the backyard and I heard something by the fence. I said, okay. She said, Daddy, a cat then came under our fence and gave labor to these kittens.
And had kittens, a whole litter.
A whole litter of them, Mandrea. And my daughter said, we're going to keep all of them. I said, shit. In my head, I was like, shit. So she out here taking care of them. She out here making sure they're good. It's storming outside right now. She went put this little thing over them to keep them from getting wet. And she's attaching herself. And I don't know how to detach her from these damn cats.
The thing is, here's the thing. If a kid her age, if a cat imprints on a human, you're not breaking that.
Okay,
you're not breaking it. I get it, but here's the thing: the only one who can break that is the human and the cat. They're the only ones who have any control over that.
Lord help me.
Here's the thing, because here's the thing: your daughter has to become so abusive to that cat, to those kittens, to where they now fear for their life against her. That's the only way to break it, and that ain't happening.
Yeah.
So I think
you don't need to do all that. You just take them to a shelter, but
no. You don't do. That's cruel. That's cruel.
I believe you can sell them, right? Say you could have. I don't know if you want to let her keep 1 or 2.
I'm not talking about I'm talking about a no-kill shelter, dude.
There's no such thing. There's no such thing. That doesn't. No, there isn't. No, there isn't. Okay, you ever go to? Here's the thing.
Oh my God!
Have you ever gone to?
Get married to each other. This needs to be right here.
No, bro. Listen,
Mandrea and beautifully animated shit. I'll be at that way with a dashiki on, coming down the aisle singing.
We probably kill each other. I don't know what. In crazy ways too. Like I'm
not on that one. Wait a minute.
And crazy, like it'd be something real off. Like I'll drop a grenade and she pushed me off a building or some crazy stuff like that.
Something never seen before.
Right. It'd be like something stupid. Somebody slipped in some bleach and drank it. I don't know. It'd be something like a cartoon.
Y'all are stupid, dude.
So
but I think I'm going to call. My wife looked up some places where these are really, really, really cat loving people. Like oof. And I think I'm going to call them. My wife gave me a couple of numbers. I'm going to reach out to them to see if they'll come out and just, get them. Because this guy, he just raises cats. He has like a lot of them. And so I was just thinking that maybe he can come get them. But my daughter, but this is my daughter's feelings. It took her a long time. Even to this day, she still has those Rottweilers as her screensaver on her cell phone.
Wow.
So it took her long. She's still dealing with those babies, those dogs passing away. So I'm thinking that if I take this cat from her, you know what I'm saying, where that's gonna put her at. So it's kind of crazy.
And don't take the kittens away from the mother either.
You muted, Arpain.
Yeah, Arpain, you're still muted.
You're still muted.
You see that?
Yeah, you still muted, bro. That's the devil.
Yeah, just keep one. Do what you got to do. Just keep one. I mean, I love cats too, and because of their independence, they'll teach you something too. Because when a cat gives you love, you know they're giving it to you because they love you. Because cats don't give a shit about how humans think. So when a cat is warm to you, they're really warm to you. I'm serious. They're not like dogs who are beautiful creatures, but cats, if they cleave to you, it means something to them.
Right. It's because, like, dogs, you can feed them. If a dog is starving or thirsty, you feed it and give it water. Then it eats and drinks, and then it's like, okay, you must be a nice person. I'm going to stick with you, and the dog loves you, right? Cats, if they're starving and thirsty, they'll eat the food and drink the water, but they'll still run away from you. They don't give a shit. The thing is, they don't care. Here's the thing.
I mean,
Yeah, here's the
cats have
thing.
their own personality. Yeah,
That's
Yeah,
how
the thing is, no, the thing is, the
Mandrell,
cat.
they got to end the show. Just tell them how you found your kitten. You found your kitten damn near dead, right?
Yeah, she had been abandoned by her litter and or her pride, and then I picked her up, and I heard her crying. Well, I heard her crying. I was leaving a friend of mine's house, and I heard her crying, and I just walked around to his neighbor's house, saw this little kitten underneath the bush.
Look what
I
he
know.
said. All right, y'all. Hey, listen, Mandrell, we're not holding they show up no more. Thank you, Lady
Why
Di.
not? You told me to tell the story, and you didn't, and now you're going to tell me to stop it.
I just wanted to answer the marriage question too. Really, because when I got married, I was ready to do it, and I tell young guys and mostly guys that when you're ready to find a wife and you're dating with a purpose for courtship and vetting, you gotta get yourself prepared. One, are you ready to be married as a man? Are you ready to take care of the leadership of your family? You need to know that. The other thing I tell them is you gotta stop smashing other chicks, random chicks. You gotta stop doing it. Because if you're looking for a woman that you want to vet for your wife, you can't just be clouding your mind with just random chicks who you don't really care about. So if you have to go 6 months or a year without smashing somebody, you know what? You need to learn how to do that anyway. Because I tell guys that if you're a sexual dude, you never get it out of your system. Don't tell me I'm waiting to get this shit out of my system before I get married. I said, let me stop you right there. If you like smashing honeys, you're going to want to smash honeys for the rest of your life. Yep. So you have to make a choice that you don't want to smash them anymore, except for your wife. So what that means is that the woman you choose as your vetting process, I don't want to sound like a scholar, you got to talk to her about her sexual, I call it biorhythm. Does it matter? Does it meet yours? And does yours meet hers? Because if she's your only conduit for sex, you got to talk about that before you get engaged. Mm-hmm. You got to really have a deep conversation. Hey, honey, you listen, man, you know what? I got to smash every so often. So if you ain't prepared to do that throughout your marriage, we can't get married.
That's right.
Yep. So, but guys don't do that. This is how you stop having a sexless marriage. You got to talk. Now, I'm gonna land it here because so much more to it. Your sexual situation with your woman changes from transactional to validational, because y'all like to stroke each other, because y'all love each other, not because you want trinkets. And so when you get to that level, then you got something. Then you got something. So anyway, that's just parts of it. I mean, we could have a whole video feed on that one. But anyway.
We got a Tuesday. We got it on Tuesday on Black Man Unfiltered show.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Yeah. I will.
Black Man.
Hey, I'll make sure I try to be there too, man, for sure.
Absolutely, man. Hey, this gonna be a sexless marriage, boy. A lot of men, I seen the numbers, 60 to 65% of them ain't getting none.
Yeah, that's
right. We got to figure that out.
But you know what? We're gonna have to talk about it because a lot of that is not the woman's fault, by the way.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Black
So it's our fault. What could the reason be?
We can say it's faultless, but we can't just put that on the honeys all the time. There's reason for that. Anyway, we can talk about that on Tuesday.
Absolutely.
All right, y'all see
appreciate y'all, man, so much.
Tuesday, Black Man Unfiltered at
8:30 Central Standard Time, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, I'm gonna go over to Fight Club so I can get my drunk on. I'm gonna go get me some grog.
Hey, it's a loving show right here, man.
Everybody, good night.
Good night, y'all.
Peace.
Bye. Thanks for being here. All right, Hustler.
Well, for my final thoughts, damn, the sexless marriages sound like an interesting title. I mean, when you stop and think about it, y'all been married for some years, right? So I guess that urge to get it in doesn't really consume y'all like it did when y'all were just dating. In other words, gone are the days of y'all sneaking around the house trying to get a quickie in. Gone are the days of y'all trying to sneak out the house, like I did in high school, trying to get it in. When the time was right, y'all a married couple. Y'all got each other on lock. You got access to each other. So it's not, ain't that serious when you're in a relationship. What'd you say now?
I say that's a benefits, whatever. Come you come on Black Man's show, man. Shoot. I know for sure he'll let you talk and stuff like that, whatever. So
Who show?
If you got Instagram Hustler, add me because I don't have your information.
I don't have Instagram. I don't use social media other than Facebook and this stuff.
Oh, Facebook. Okay. Find me on Facebook, Dating to Marriage Support, so we could message each other, so I could keep in contact with you.
Sure thing. I could use some married friends.
All right, man. Appreciate it, bro. Peace.
Take care, y'all.
Bye.
Yep. All right, y'all. That was an excellent show today, guys. Thank you for sticking so long with us. I know it's pretty much longer than what we normally did, but we had a lot of guests, man. We had a lot of great topics, man. And it's interesting what's going on in this world. Just thank you guys so much for rocking with us for so long, and that's it, man.
Yes.
Thanks for 7,000 subscribers. We got 7,000 subscribers now.
Yes,
man. So we getting up there. So we're gonna hopefully we have a bigger audience as we continue to grow.
Yeah, it takes a while to grow the live viewers, so we're working on it by just being consistent at this moment.
Yeah.
But we appreciate all the ones that newly subscribers for real.
And the ones that was there from the beginning.
Oh, of
man.
course.
So we're always gonna remember you guys and always, shout you guys out. So appreciate y'all so much.
I gotta change this before.
What?
I'm not gonna,
I was acting up again. Okay.
But no, I appreciate that. It's time to go to sleep, y'all. It's time to go to sleep.
She was in here struggling. You about to start screaming.
All right, y'all. So we will keep in touch and we see y'all on Saturday next week. All right.
Peace.
Compliments my fly, and when it goes down, I know she gon' ride. I finally got somebody I can call mine.
Music licensing reimagined.
I got a girl that compliments my fly, and when it goes down, I know she gon' ride. I finally got somebody I can call mine. My one time for the one time.